We're back.
We're back.
In 3.
We're already back.
Oh, we're already back?
Yeah, they definitely heard the boobies part, right?
Oh, no, they didn't.
Oh, never mind then.
All right. Well, we're back, everybody.
We're already back now. Oh, we're talking and y'all are listening. What's up, motherfuckers?
Hey.
What's up, man? Welcome back, dog. Thanks for coming. Another episode, another day in quarantine. Hooty-hoo.
Well, for us, some of y'all are like living your
by the time
life.
by the time they get this too, because we filmed this, y'all know how we do. This is filmed. We do shit, so we filmed this a while ago. But y'all niggas might be either dead or living free at the beach, taking your titties out. You know what I mean? And or penises.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yep. And we, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm excited. We're not doing shit over here.
No.
So, not because I don't want to. At this point, I'll dabble in some stuff.
Yeah, I'm willing to try and dip my toe out.
You know, but it sucks that I can't. I don't like that now. Now I'm like obviously I'm not a protest about it. I'm not going to bitch about it because, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not a fucking idiot. But all those people who are just like, what? Just sit there like everybody else. Sit down.
Yeah, relax.
Sit down and relax. Everybody else got to sit down and relax. Ain't nobody special out here, dog. We're all ants. Remember that. You're going to die. Okay. So, but that all said, nigga, I do want to go to something. At this point, I would like to try to go to something. Just give me the opportunity.
Yeah, let us test the waters a little bit.
Yeah, because hey, bro, if in Houston or in Memphis, Tennessee, or in fucking Atlanta, these niggas is out there butt fucking each other already on the subway. Let me go to the movies at least. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're doing in those cities.
I don't know. That. I don't think they're butt fucking on the subways in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, they don't have subways, but they're doing it somewhere.
They're butt fucking somewhere.
Little League's open. They're probably doing it there. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's open. Little League baseball and football and shit. And Little League basketball, it's open, bro. That's just open in Memphis, Tennessee. Like, they're having games with parents in the stands, fucking sports, while the actual sports aren't happening. So I don't know what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. I think the way they look at it is like, kids aren't gonna get this, so let's send them out there. Because at the end of the day, it is all like as scary as this virus is. At the end of the day, right? Like the average age is so old that people are gonna be average age of people who die are so old that people are gonna be like, oh, let's take all these chances.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, if little Timmy gets it and dies, some little Timmy in Iowa, who gives a flying fuck? I don't give a shit. If LeBron James gets it and he dies, or one of his family members die, or friends, or anyone LeBron loves, that's a fucking problem. That's a fucking problem to me. That's a fucking problem to America. And we're not going to let that happen. Okay? Now, if little Timmy happens to be LeBron's friend, okay. That's a problem, I guess. But other than that, it has to be LeBron's opinion. What has he said about this? Are we listening to LeBron?
I think you've really summed out how the whole country feels about this virus. Pretty.
If LeBron dies, I'll care.
Yeah. Who's dead? Fat black kid. Fuck it.
Wait,
is that black kid related to LeBron? No.
Is that fat black kid like a lineman for the Jets? No. Then who gives a shit?
Oh man.
Yeah, sports are crazy, but they're back in a little manner. But I do think they should. I think they should just have him again. I'm on the side of kill us all now. Yeah. I've changed my tune.
Well, I'm on the side of like if the whole country, if the rest of the country has decided to kill us all, then we're like, well, might as well. Let's
let me
just
in.
Die then.
Let me in on the fun.
Yeah, let's just die. If we're all gonna die, because like, look.
Go
I think it's a bad cut to we're just the next in 5 minutes.
I was about to say, like, this episode comes out and it's like, ooh, hey guys, sorry about that last one.
Yeah.
Like I said, we filmed that way earlier. We did not know 22 million people were spending.
Well, no, because like the reality is, right, look, I don't like the reopening early. I'm part of that crew. But if we're gonna reopen early, that means the people who don't want to reopen early are still gonna be at risk of getting it because they still have to go out and get groceries and shit, right?
Absolutely.
So at this point, if we're all gonna die, let me have fun before I die.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? If we've decided to be like, oh, we're all just going to get this shit and we're all going to see who lives in some weird Hunger Game-esque policy that we've created here, then let me fucking play in the game. Because at this point, I don't want to get it and then still be quarantined for no reason when I could be out spreading it with everyone else.
Yeah, let me spread that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We've all decided. I'll be part of the team. I'll be team spread. Let's do it. Let's just do it.
Bro. And we know everything, guys.
We know everything.
We know everything. Remember that.
Everything.
Remember that this is where you came for this information, and that's why you got it.
Mm-hmm. We know everything. And we're here. Whoa. I know you guys are here for the movie you see.
Oh, the reason they came.
The reason they
the
came.
season finale
Oh, shit. Season finale.
of season 8.
Oh, fuck, guys. Big
We are
episode.
not going to Game of Thrones this, I promise you. We are
No.
going to end strong.
Damn.
You guys already know what the movie is.
I
He
really
doesn't.
wish I had a Starbucks cup.
I know, to ruin it.
Yeah.
But you don't because we're good.
Yeah.
We're good, and we're going to end
good.
strong.
We're good.
We're going to end strong. The storyline's going to matter at the end of this, okay? It's going to matter. We're not going to change the whole show on you. Hassan's not going to all of a sudden be evil, and I have to kill him. Because that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? But guys, we're not going to do that.
No.
We're going to end strong. Season 8, you guys have rocked with us for fucking 8 seasons. 6. Oh, if you're wondering, what the fuck are they talking about? Okay, God damn it. I'll say this one more time. It's the last fucking time I'm going to say it. Every 16 episodes is a season. That's
Why?
it. Why, Hassan?
Because that's what we've decided.
So suck our dicks.
Yeah.
Every 16 episodes is a season.
Yeah.
This is season 8, finale. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter? Yes. Does it matter to you? Yes. Does it matter to us? No. But does it matter? Yes. So fucking
But does it matter? No.
no.
Does it matter? Yeah.
Yes. Because that's how we look at it.
Yeah.
And it helps me keep track and like keep the seasons fun.
Yeah.
Because I look at it like a season of television. Because I'm a stupid person. And my brain works like the show Friends. It helps me break it up. This is the one where we do this one.
Yeah.
This is the one where we start with the page master. This is this episode.
Yeah. Well, we got to talk about Night at the Roxbury. But before we do that, we got a couple poop stories to share with you guys.
Oh, yeah. These are our favorite because you guys send in your poop stories.
Yeah, so-
and you guys send in some good ones.
At this point, maybe like a week or two ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago, we asked you for poop stories, pooping your,
Because we poop ourselves.
Yeah.
Almost.
poop in public stories, and we narrowed it down to the best 2. The first one being from Gustav_Gav.
Hey, you fucking terrorist Russian.
Yeah.
Change your name.
Short and simple. The dude Gustav was going on a hike. Took a shit on a hike.
Wait, read it. Read
Okay.
what he says. Read what he says.
I had mud butt while hiking. While shitting, a mother raccoon decided to try to attack me. ... Bitch.
And yo, that's just great. Gustav, that's fucking awesome, nigga. That's great, dog. Hey. A raccoon attacked you while you shit. You didn't say who won.
No.
You didn't say who won.
That's the best part. The story is it's like the end of Inception. We have to sort of figure out what happens. You know what I mean? Like, that's what his story is. That's why I liked it. And the second one, a little longer, but I like it a lot, from Sean O'Connor. Thanks you for sending it in. My boy was shitting on a hike. Again, hikes and sports games appeared a lot in these.
That's where people shit.
Yep. Shitting on a hike 3 days before my freshman year of high school. He needed leaves to wipe with, and I grabbed poison oak. He knew what it was, but I didn't, so he refused to wipe with it at first. To convince him it wasn't poison oak, I wiped the leaves all over my face. He said, "Fuck it, we're in it together," then wiped his ass with the leaves. I showed up to my first day of high school with poison oak covering my face, and his ass was caked for weeks, but we suffered together. Good times.
Who's that from?
Sean O'Connor.
Dude. What?
Yeah.
Why? Hey, why would you rub it? Because this is my question. I have questions, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, so your boy says, "Hey, dog, I think that's I'm pretty sure that's poison oak. It's poison. It's poison ivy. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck. Why wouldn't you go, oh, damn, let me drop that and go get some other looking leaves?
Yeah, the leaves that don't look like poison oak.
Because I don't know what I don't know what poison oak looks like. And maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. But I'm gonna go get some other leaves that don't look like that at least.
Yeah, right. Be like, all right, let's find. Let's see what's going on.
There's other leaves. Were you guys in a poison oak forest? You know what I mean? Like I
grab some from a tree.
Wipe some dirt on your ass. If your boy says, "Hey, I think that's poison oak," I know the dirt's not poisonous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's other ways.
Or just get a little shit on your underwear. Just man up for a second.
Wipe with your underwear and throw the
Throw
underwear away,
out.
and you
Yeah.
go commando.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I'm confused. You've confused me. But thank you for sending it in, and you
love it.
changed my life.
It's a great. That story had arc.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Thank you. Everybody sent us a bunch. You guys sent us
Yeah.
a fucking bunch, and it was enough shit for a lifetime. I'll tell you
We
that.
could have spent 30 minutes on the shit stories that you guys sent us. So we fucking love you guys.
We fucking love you and your shit.
Yeah. And then now we got to talk about Night at the Roxbury.
That was last week's movie.
That was last week's movie.
Next week's movie, or this week, I mean, the movie you're here for comes soon. God damn it, get on board.
Yeah.
Get the fuck on
It's
board.
120 something episodes now.
Figure it out!
Yeah. I watched it.
Oh.
And it made me laugh a lot. The part that made me laugh the hardest was the wedding. The What Is Love on the jukebox. That's what made me laugh the hardest.
I heard you laugh out loud.
Yeah. That.
I heard you from outside. I heard you dying laughing.
Yeah. Catan was my favorite.
I told you.
Catan was my favorite.
He steals the movie.
Catan steals this movie.
He's so physical. Jim Carrey level.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just one scene where he just slips for no reason.
Bro, while he's walking, he's like this,
Yeah.
and that nigga slips
When he's walking, I think
into Van Deer's Zadir's
office.
How great was he, by the way?
Yeah.
Zadir.
Did you touch my ass?
You touched my ass.
Yeah.
Colin Quinn, sir, it is physically impossible.
for me to touch your ass.
What'd you think of the young Quinn, huh?
Man, it was you know what it was? It was crazy seeing everyone so young.
Right. Will's so young.
So young.
Chris is young.
Chris is so young. Molly Shannon, boy, did she age well.
She did.
My God.
Great. She's so funny.
Knowing what she looks like now, too, it's like, damn, you really kept it going, Molly Shannon. Yeah.
She's funny as hell.
Yeah,
fool.
she
like,
is.
Consistently, when you look at her career, it's like, damn.
She was great in this movie.
She's great.
She changed for no reason. She, like the change. That was so funny.
She's
she
a
changed into
dirty
this
whore.
bitch. And also, like,
She's a filthy whore.
yeah. Well, she marries a guy just there on the spot, which is a funny concept.
Did you recognize that guy when you saw him?
Yeah, but then I forgot where you told me I would recognize him from.
First Scary Movie.
Yeah,
He's the main character. He's the jock.
Yeah,
He's the jock guy.
He really was killing it in '98.
Oh,
dude. Yeah. The priest was mad funny. Of the.
Oh, when he's wedding him.
Yeah.
Yes, he's really
just
funny.
talking to them. He's like doing this negotiation, like, yo, I ain't gonna baptize for less than this amount of money. It's like, what version of a priest is? That's a really funny version of a priest. The corporate priest.
He was tripping, bro.
Yeah.
Did you recognize the dad?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was funny that they were Middle Eastern.
They were Middle Eastern.
They were Middle Eastern. The whole.
You know, Will Ferrell's clearly white.
Catan's pretty. Catan can
Catan
pass.
Catan can pass, bro.
He might actually be a little Middle Eastern. He might have that in him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Will Ferrell's so white, and they're from Yemen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When remember, so the grandparents come and visit,
Yes.
and they're like, "Oh, thank you for coming from Yemen." That's what it says. Like, "Oh fuck, they're Middle Eastern." But that explains their entire look.
And their look,
too.
and how they act, and like, oh wow, they were talking about a certain person, and now it just hit me that it was all those Middle Eastern people.
That was like obviously for like that was their way of doing coke, clearly without doing coke. But yeah, they were like the Middle Eastern party guys. That's who they were making fun of.
You know what's so funny? Because Sam was like, "Oh, they do coke," and I was like, "I'm gonna keep it 100 with you." This is what I thought, and I wish I could. When you talk to Catan, ask him this: were they doing this because they do coke, or were they doing this because they're losers and they know people? They can't date, like, you know who their characters are. They never had sex. They never do anything. They're cornballs actually. They're posers. I was like, I don't think they actually do coke. I think they're like, oh, this is what somebody who does coke would do, and that's why they look so stupid doing it. Because they're like in sync. But that was just me. Maybe I was high and I was watching. I was going too far in.
No, that's a good. You know what it is?
Because see how goofy they were every time they did it? It's really funny.
You know what it is? Either like you're 100% right, or it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, you read into it a little bit, but it sort of fits their character. You know what I mean? This happens a lot in movies and books that are good. That you can read into something and it fits their character, but because everything around it, the character is so good that like every mannerism sort of fits. You know what I mean? Where it's like either way, that's funny.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. No matter what they did.
No matter what they did, it fits the character.
It just fits the character.
Yeah, because the characters were just so fucking goofy.
Oh my God, Will Ferrell's an idiot, man. He is a fucking that guy there, dude.
Man, I mean, there's not much to say except like, of course, it was playing on Comedy Central nonstop. It's
comedic genius. It's funny. It's funny. It's cult classic kind of funny.
Yeah.
It has that vibe of like.
It's funny. It's probably one of the least heavy movies I've ever seen. Like in terms of like all the not heavy movies that we've watched on this podcast, this is one of probably the lightest movies.
This, I'd say the silliest movies we've done. The silliest movie, like where it's like, man, that is so silly. This for sure. Zoolander for sure. Pet Detective 2.
Okay.
Where it's. I mean, there is not a moment in the movie where you're like. There's no moment to take serious. The whole movie.
No.
The whole entire movie.
No.
You know,
Grieco is giving his dad advice at the end.
bro. How was Richard? I thought Richard Grieco did a good job.
He did a really good job.
He was very funny.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone. I think everyone bought into just how silly this movie was.
Yeah, I bet filming that was probably fun.
Yeah, it's just like I wonder how it goes from just like, man, who saw from the one SNL sketch, who saw the movie?
Damn, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That if you do get to interview Catan, you should ask him.
Yeah, that's fucking.
He might, our boy Hassan Ahmad might get to interview Chris Catan here coming up soon. So
Fingers
that's why
crossed.
we did this movie.
Yeah.
Which is why we did the movie. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he does, and hopefully you can ask him some of these questions and bring it back to the beans.
Yeah, back to the beans, baby.
And we'll be right back.
To the beans. Beaners, this is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening.
Yes,
we love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And follow us on Instagram at @SpoilTheBeans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us on
Poston, Hassan Ahmad.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation. Woo!
What up, Beaners?
Hey.
We came back. I know you guys are like, what the fuck did they make all that? It's weird. Because it's like, for you guys, it's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
It's like 2 seconds apart. But
Yeah.
to us, it's a lot of time. And one day there'll be ads in there, so it'll make more sense.
Oh yeah, or we can just put our ads in there now. But we like.
No, I'm talking about one day when it's like ads.
Yeah.
Like Blue Apron and shit, nigga. Like when y'all don't get this shit for free no more like that. That's where we'll put those.
But now we gotta tell you about our ads now, guys. If you need great graphic design needs, follow CheetoCon.
If you need great graphic design needs.
If you need great graphic design needs, yeah. Or if you need great graphic design, there you go. Follow at CheetoCon on Instagram at CHITOKAN at CheetoCon. The Jews are here.
CheetoCon, good graphic design, even better pizza.
Mm-hmm.
He makes a good pizza. Okay. Guys, he told me to also plug that. His words. Guys, also, go follow my good friend and soon to be your good friend, Mr. Darren Bates, DARENBATES, on Instagram at WestlandSun_56. I'll say it again, at WestlandSun_56. He is a black football playing man. So when you see that, that's who that is.
And that's all he's selling you.
Is being a big black football dad. And that's who he is.
Yep.
And I appreciate it and I respect it and I love him for it and I hate him for it.
Follow him.
Go follow him on Instagram, guys. He pays us for that. Anyway, we have also some special surprises coming. Guys, thanks for listening. We have special surprises coming. Really do. Mm-hmm. We really do have a lot of big bean surprises coming for you guys in the upcoming weeks. So thank you guys for rocking with us and just sit back and enjoy it, man. Son, you're gay, right?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Be honest.
No.
Be all the way.
Well, no. Yes, I'll be honest. No, but I'm not gay.
Okay. You're honest that you're gay. Thank you. You said yes. You said it. You're gay. Let's move on. Can you do me a favor?
Works? It's just like duck season, rabbit season? It's
Yeah.
just that? Oh, damn.
Or like duck, goose, or anything involving a duck.
Okay.
Hassan?
Yep.
Or should I say gay Hassan? Can you do
What?
me a favor? Can you tell me what you think happens in the season finale of season 8? Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, hey. That's gay Hassan's reaction to that. Oh, hey. Oh, damn.
Do you remember the phenomenon of this?
I remember this has what, like 2003?
Woo! I was 13. You were 11.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember the day. I remember it being a
It was a big deal. Because I'm not a scary movie guy.
Yeah, I'm not. And
Sam
I'm
was
not
like, yeah, I know you're not either. Because Sam's always like, oh, what are you watching? I was like, Freddy First Day. She was like, oh, watch a scary movie. I was like, I don't think you remember it. And then we started watching it, and she was like, oh, I remember this one. This was this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this wasn't a scary movie. This was like a moment in time.
Okay, because I like scary movies. I don't like slasher movies. So this wasn't like in my zone of like things I would watch.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
Well, I hate slasher movies. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember Vince D'Amico's joke about this?
No.
So our friend Vince D'Amico,
In a wheelchair.
great comic, in a wheelchair, very important for this joke. But he goes, if I could go back in time, cause he was in his wheelchair from an accident too. If I could go back in time and tell my younger self anything, I would tell them not to waste money on Freddy vs. Jason.
Yo, this movie. First off, I mean,
It's got to be ridiculous. There's no way it's
destroyed the box office.
Yeah, of course. I considered
Destroyed.
watching it. Yeah.
I mean, it was. You know me. I don't see horror movies ever. I never see horror movies. I had to go see this.
Okay.
All my friends are going to see it. All my friends are going to see it because people, friends go see horror movies. Usually, people go see horror movies.
Horror movies is a good group. Horror movies are a good group
bring.
things.
But
yeah.
I don't go to that. But this, I was like, oh hell yeah. Also, it's Freddy versus Jason, not Freddy like with Jason and they're gonna scare. Like Freddy versus Jason implies they are gonna fight. So that already makes it not a scary movie. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have already decided, okay, this isn't going to be a scary movie.
Yeah.
Why? Well, our two villains are going to fight each other.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it really, like, the idea of this, I don't think they got why we like those people individually.
Right. Right. They were like, this was like the worst version of what the Avengers could have been.
Bro, this is what the
Justice
Avengers could have
League.
been. This is the Justice League.
Yeah, all right.
Where you're like, wait a minute. Why the fuck are Batman and Superman fighting each other?
All right. This makes no sense.
Okay, I know you. So I'm glad you already get on this roller coaster with me. Don't search for logic.
Okay.
Don't search for storyline.
Okay.
Don't search for plot.
Okay. Guess what happens in the movie?
What?
All right. So kicked out of their respected areas, Elm Street and the camp.
Love it. Keep going. You know your history.
Freddy and Jason.
Well, have you seen the originals for these?
Never seen
Because they're both. I knew Nightmare on Elm Street was on our list, but I didn't know if you'd seen the original Jason. I never asked you that.
No, I've never seen any of them.
Okay.
No.
Okay. The originals mainly.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So kicked out of their respected areas.
Okay.
They converge on
Elm and the camp.
Yeah, they converge on a town.
Oh, goddamn town! This unlucky town.
It's an unlucky town, and they get there at the same time, but they don't.
No way.
They're not aware of each other at first. They start killing in their own way.
Wait a minute. So they both just happen to move to, let's say, Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Because that town sucks.
Nashville. That's where everyone goes.
Okay, I was picking a shitty town.
Yeah.
But Nashville's a fun town. Let's pick a fun town.
Yeah, let's pick a
They
fun
both go to Nashville
Yeah.
at the same time. So they just happen to show up, let's say, a day apart.
Right.
Jason shows up on Tuesday, Freddy shows up on Wednesday. And that's how this movie starts.
Yes.
Like with like a Rambo like bag over the shoulder. I'm coming to a new town. I'm going to start a new life.
You know what? It probably starts,
this is the new me.
It probably starts with a couple in a car, like, making out, and then Jason walks up on them and kills them. Very Zodiac killer-esque.
And then he gets in the car and heads to Nashville. And goes, I'm going to start.
No, like in the city. It starts in the town or whatever the new town is.
He's already made his way to Nashville.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, how do they get there?
Bro, you don't ask fucking questions. the fuck is wrong
That's
with
right.
you?
I told you to not ask questions. I can't ask questions on yours. Totally fair.
Yeah.
They're in Nashville. Keep going. I'm sorry.
It's probably a small town, really, but regardless.
I like Nashville.
Okay, they're in Nashville, and
What a good movie plot.
yeah, and then one day they target the same person, and then they realize like, oh, there's two of us here.
Do they know each other or no?
No. They're like, you're a killer, I'm a killer. We're
super powerful.
Yeah, gang territory stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they're infringing on their gang territory.
Oh, this is pretty much just Crip blood shit.
Yeah, and then the towns. There's like towns, like high schoolish or early college-ish kids.
Of course.
Who figure it all out via internet research, probably.
Wait, 2003?
Yeah, 2003 Google is in high gear, bro. Absolutely.
I wouldn't say high gear.
Yeah.
Because I'm not in high school yet, and I don't. The internet wasn't the shit until high school for me.
Okay.
That's when I remember the internet really taking over my life. Middle school down, computer still had a big butt.
That's true, but you can still find stuff. You're talking MySpace days. Kids are becoming computer literate.
They're becoming computer literate.
Yeah.
They are becoming computer literate. That is true.
You got
They are becoming.
You got through those words, huh?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
They're becoming computer literate.
Yeah.
I will say that, but I would not say 2003 shit was popping.
Fine.
I'd say 2006 shit started popping.
Okay. Maybe. Fair.
Argument for another day. Argument for another day.
I will say this. Facebook is when shit started popping. That's on 2008. I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Then via library. Then they find out.
They do their history on this other town. History murdering towns.
Because it's like, oh, this death
Happened in this town.
happened in this town. It's very similar. This that's happening in this camp. It's very similar. And then they get him in a situation where like
Wait, the kids?
Yeah, the kids manipulate the situation where they meet again.
No, they do not.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we'll leave a little tuna here and a burger here, because we know they like tuna and burgers.
Yeah.
And
Well, like some guy will pretend to sleep here, and some guy will be pretending to go to summer camp here. And then we'll bring them both together.
No questions.
Okay.
That's on me. I was about to ask a question.
Okay.
No, you're right. Keep going.
No, you can ask questions on now. This is fun. This is too funny. I'm having a good time. Let me try to.
No, okay, I was gonna just ask what summer camp is he going, but then it's like, you know what,
Yeah.
Derek, that question is just keep going.
Yeah, you're right. It's already. We're already past that point.
Yeah.
And then
What happens when they meet up?
they fight almost to the death, but then they.
What do you mean they fight almost to the deth?
They're like
These two supernatural beings.
Yeah, but they're like getting each other, and then they find out that both their moms are named Martha, right?
That literally sounds possible.
Yeah, it's been
It's been done.
It's been done. So they find out both their moms are Martha, and then they decide to team up, and the movie ends there in ooh, is it gonna be a Freddy versus Jason 2? Like open ended. It ends.
Oh, like where they wait. So it ends with them on the same team though. Mm-hmm. And they like do they kill some of the kids?
They slaughter the kids.
Oh, and that's how the movie ends.
That's how the movie
And you're
ends.
like kind of like rooting for them.
Yeah,
at the end of
and you're like, there's gonna be another one, but then they realize like, oh, it's kind of ridiculous. Like,
they made way more than enough money to make another one.
yeah, but
$30 million budget, they made like 130.
yeah, but
So it's like, Jesus.
I think they were just like, oh, we don't even know how to even write a second one.
We don't know how we wrote the first.
Yeah, and that is Freddy versus Jason.
Well, that was awesome.
That was a good movie.
Your movie was great. I
Yeah,
liked
that
your
movie was fun.
Not this one.
Okay, damn it.
They went a different way. Mm-hmm. As your guesses in the movie usually tend to have a split.
Very rarely. Usually I'm spot on.
This movie, I will say, this movie was the last movie with the original Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
So this was his.
What was his name?
Ed something.
Okay.
Something like that.
This was his swan
This was
song?
his Jordan 98.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Well, he created something memorable.
Yeah, this was his Bronco year with Brady. I mean,
Yeah.
Bronco year with Manning. This is that.
Okay.
He went out on top. You can't say shit to this nigga. 91% approval rating from the fans.
Obviously.
Okay?
Yeah.
Also, I watched it today, and I'm gonna give it a 92. That's how I felt watching it. I was loving it, bro. Not 1 point. Also, hour and 30 minutes.
Ooh.
Right? They knew what they. That's why that many people went to see it. They were like, "Oh, bro, okay, I'll sit through an hour and a half of this roller coaster." You know.
Never took itself too seriously, it seems.
Oh, it definitely does. But
Okay.
that's what's
That's
fun.
part of the charm.
That's all the fun.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie. You got to take yourself seriously.
Okay, yeah.
So we see a boiler room
Okay.
and a guy throwing a doll into the boiler. And we hear the voice of Freddy Krueger, right, as he's sharpening his steel claws. It was the children. I don't know if you know Freddy Krueger also is Batman.
Yeah.
It was the children that gave me my power. I just realized this nigga sounds like Batman. Christian Bale, what were you thinking? And we see the actual guy. We see Freddy. We see. It's like they're showing you the past.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We see
Okay.
Freddy Krueger. You know what Freddy Krueger looks like, right?
Yeah.
But we see the man,
real person.
the man of Freddy. Yes.
Okay.
We see Freddy Krueger pre-burn face.
Yeah, okay.
And he's walking up to this little girl. And this little girl's like, she's like 10. She's like, and he, like, he's an old white guy. Mm-hmm. And then the little girl's like, and then like it fades out to black. And then he's licking. It's a little picture of her. Like a Polaroid. He licks the back of it and then like slams it down in like a book full of like hundreds of kids' pictures.
Nice.
Totally cool.
Yeah, nice.
And he's looking through it, and he's just like smiling and like.
The world's worst police force in that town, huh?
Oh, gotta be, dude.
Yeah.
No, that guy, that's real. That's a guy right now somewhere with a book of all the little girls he's fucked. Totally real. R. Kelly's that guy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but if the kids are disappearing, that's a whole different level. Are they black?
No, they're little white kids.
Exactly.
You're right. This
They
doesn't
would-
make any sense.
Yeah, this. Are you out of your mind, dude?
Yep.
He doesn't have that many kids before they find him. Get out of here.
So, he's looking at his laurels, just pretty much his trophies, his 6 rings,
Right.
some would say.
Yeah.
And then
Anybody would say that.
you go, well, you want to be great, gotta work hard. And then
That is true.
he said, that's where the parents came for me. And you see all the parents outside his house. He's like, and they took justice into their own hands, and they burned down his house, right? And this is how we get. This is the origin of Freddy Krueger, by the way. I don't know if you know. So he burns alive in his house. Parents are outside, and they're like, we got him. When I was alive, I was a little naughty. But when they killed me, I was much naughtier.
Ah.
Yeah. So they show the clips, and now they're showing clips from literally the early movies.
Yeah.
All right. So all the early movies, and he's talking mad shit about how he's such a badass, right? He goes, but then they figured out about me. They figured out they could forget me, and being forgotten's a bitch. Yo, you remember the episode of Rick and Morty?
Oh, Scary Terry, baby.
Bro, I forgot how many times Freddy Krueger says bitch, fool, but that shit's crazy. It's crazy. That's the first one. So
Bitch counter.
they show people like in the movies, like the end of the movie where you figure out how to beat Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
They're showing all those scenes
Right,
of
okay.
him getting beat up at the end of kind of the movie, right? And he goes, and I can't come back if people aren't afraid of me. So I had to search hell, and I found someone.
Oh my God, he's Nick Fury?
I found someone to make them remember me. He's Nick Fury.
He's Nick Fury?
He will get the blood, but I'll get the glory.
I don't know why you thought that would happen.
We see Jason's mask.
Yeah.
Right? We see a hot white girl on a lake at a camp.
Right.
Big tits, obviously tits out, humongous, beautiful white fake titties. And she's like, Mike, is that you? She's like, well, I'm getting it anyway. And then she jumps into the lake naked, right? Ass out. God, she looks great.
Nice.
And she's like, she hears something else. Mike, this isn't funny. And she comes out of the lake, and then she grows, and she puts her shirt back on. She has the tits still kind of out. And we hear the Jason music right there. Which is, on some real shit,
Terrifying.
one of the scariest fucking,
Yeah.
movie sounds of all time. We hear that, and then she sees something. She starts running, right? And then a figure starts walking up toward her, and then she sees kind of shit. She's like, oh shit! She runs, she sprints full speed, one of her tits out the whole time, the whole sprint. That's awesome. Good job on the director. I thought, way to make sure there was at least one tit out. She trips and falls on that titty, and she gets up scared. She hides behind a tree, right? And then she's like, it's quiet, and she starts backing up. And then she backs right up into
Jason.
Of course, this guy can move.
Yeah.
This guy's got the feet of a cornerback,
Yeah,
apparently.
but not when only when you can't see him.
Yes, because
Yeah.
when you see him, he
He's
walks.
a bumbling idiot.
Actually, he never falls. He just walks so slow, it doesn't make sense.
Right?
He's a black guy crossing the street
Yes.
at all times, though.
Yes. Except when you're not looking.
Yeah, then he is a cat. He's the Black Panther.
Yeah. It's like, what?
That's what I want to hear that sound every time he goes missing. And I want to hear that shit. 'Cause that's how fast this nigga's moving.
Yeah.
So he fucking stabs this bitch through a tree.
Oh, damn. I thought you were saying through the tit.
Right through the titties, right through the chest,
Yeah.
into the tree, right? And as she's sitting there dead, she starts transforming into all the people from his life and his past movies. Okay?
Okay.
And then she gets all the way to his mom, and his mom's like, Jason, you're my special little boy, And he's like, I gave you the gift. You can never die, Jason. You will never die. You've just been sleeping, but it's time to wake up, right? Mommy has something for you to do. I want you to go to Elm Street because the children there are very bad, Jason. Rise up, Jason. And then we see Jason wherever he's buried in the ground. His heart starts beating. okay? And he fucking crawls out of the ground like a zombie. And you're, make them remember me, Jason. And the mom transforms back into Freddy. Credits start rolling in blood. Rock music. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Freddy vs. Jason. What's happening? Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Rock music, blood, titties. What else do you want?
That's hit all the hallmarks of a good movie.
They did.
All it's missing is Vin Diesel saying family, and it's perfect.
You throw Vin Diesel saying family in this, it makes $1 billion.
Yeah.
It makes $1 billion before that was even a thing.
Oh, man. Here's a question.
What's up?
You destroy Freddy enough to bury him.
Oh, yeah, they buried him.
Yeah. For sure, don't bury him in one piece. And for sure, don't
Well,
bury
you mean Jason. Sorry, you mean Jason.
I meant Jason, yeah. For sure, don't bury him in one piece.
Okay.
And for sure, don't bury those pieces close to each other.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely bury this nigga in pieces
Yeah.
across the globe. Not America, the globe.
Yeah. Drop some in the middle of the ocean.
Yep, some's in the middle of the ocean. His head's buried in China, some random place. His fucking kneecaps are buried in Illinois for some reason. Like, it's all scattered.
Yeah.
So, that was also in the movie. We see Jason's shadow coming up on Elm Street. Okay. We see teenagers hanging out in the house. These 2 white girls and a black girl. The black girl is Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child.
Wow. That's all I have to say about that.
Right?
Yeah.
It is one of like, what is she doing in this?
Huh.
This is when she was going after an acting career, I'm assuming.
Yeah, she out of all the non-Yanceys, she tried the hardest.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Kelly Rowland's career is amazing.
She's had a great career.
She's had a phenomenal career. Yeah. The worst actress of all time. But to her credit, everyone in this movie is the worst actor of all time.
Yeah.
So
right.
there's that.
Okay.
Not her fault. She didn't have a lot to work with. But imagine everyone in this movie being Ray Allen.
Okay.
And he got game.
Okay.
Not Ray Allen's fault.
No, but
I don't blame Kelly for this.
Okay.
She's not an actress. Also, I'm sure the way she looks at it, she's like, man, I was in one of the biggest scary movies that have ever come out.
Yeah, $130 million for a horror movie. How many horror movies are doing that?
Come on $30 million budget too. This is a big budget for a horror movie, and this is the same budget for the Pagemaster. Pagemaster was $30 million and made 13.
Wow. Oh wow.
Like, that's a big budget
in this one.
Huh?
That'd be nice if Macaulay Culkin was in this one.
Well, then this movie makes another $1 billion.
That's a
So
good
you're
point.
making it a $1 billion franchise. Everything you add to it is on, and I like where your head's at.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that now.
they should hit me up. Freddy versus Jason,
Clearly.
2 people.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So we see the teenagers hanging out. There's like one white girl who's like the main white girl in this movie. You'd recognize she's in a lot of like teen stuff. You watch Entourage, the show?
Yeah, I watched the first couple seasons.
She dates Eric in the beginning of Entourage.
Oh, yeah.
Before he meets Sloane.
Yeah, the girl he breaks up with.
Yes,
Yeah,
she's very
yeah.
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, her. So she's the main girl in this.
Blonde.
Yes. And then it's like another girl that you also recognize. I'm pretty sure you've seen Mean Girls, right?
Yes.
Okay, you remember how there's Rachel McAdams?
Yes.
And then there's the one super hot chick, and her dad owns like Toastal Strudels.
Okay.
And she's like brown or skin, like tan. And then
Yeah.
there was one who was like really dumb, and she
Gretchen.
was like, yes. And Gretchen is the one that dad owns Toastal
I thought
Strudels.
Gretchen was the dumb one.
No, the dumb one is the one who's like, oh my, like she's the bimbo one, like
Yeah,
her. It's her though. Okay.
Okay.
But you see her. Okay,
I
you
know,
see what I'm
I
talking
see
about
it in
now.
my head completely.
So she's the other. She's like the naughty friend.
Okay.
Okay. So they're playing Fuck, Marry, Kill. They're just hanging out. Someone knocks on the door, and it's like an asshole. I mean, literally a douche. Like you seen Sausage Party?
No.
With Seth Rogen?
No.
Fuck. One of the all the characters are food. One of the characters is a douche.
Yeah. Okay.
It's literally this guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the quintessential
Classic.
horror movie douche.
Yeah.
You know? And he's got another friend, and they they're hanging out, and they're talking like they're asking homegirl, the Lori girl, like why she won't like date nobody. And she said how she hasn't talked to anybody since her last boyfriend when she was 14, Will, before he moved away. All right. And Kelly Rowland's like, blah, 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 you need to meet other dudes. But she's like, oh, I'll meet other dudes, but it's not going to be these 2 idiots because they're just kind of like douchebag guys,
Right.
So one of the douche guys and like the bad girlfriend, they go upstairs and like start making out and shit, And Kelly Rowland's telling Lori to go upstairs with the other dude. She's like, man, fuck no, I don't want to do that. The power keeps going on and off while this is happening, right? On and off. The one guy kind of gets annoyed with it, who's waiting downstairs with him too, like not getting laid.
Right.
He's like, I'm going to go get another beer. So he goes to get another beer. As he does, he notices the back door is open. He's like, huh, close the door, you know. Upstairs, the two youngsters, they're fucking now. Hardcore, big titties. You see her big, beautiful, gorgeous titties. Gigantic tits. I remember how big they were in Mean Girls, but like when you see them, you're like, damn, this girl got some titties, bro. So he's fucking the shit out of her. They finish fucking. She's like, tries to like lay up on a cuddle. And he's like, babe, what did I say? Don't fucking touch me after sex. Like, just like that. And she's like, well, I'm going to go take a shower then. He's like, fine, you stupid fucking cunt. And she's like, Trey, you know, come on.
Yeah.
And so she goes to take a shower.
Great dialogue.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Writing is amazing.
Top notch.
Literally. You see her huge fucking tits. In the room, homeboy's just kind of laying there. Jason walks up and stabs him like 10 times in the bed. And then uses the bed. Like this nigga's laying like this, right? On like his stomach like this. So he's stabbing him in the back. And then he uses the bed and folds that nigga in half that way. Like, that way. That was awesome.
Leg to head.
So when I say this movie is not a scary movie, do you see what I mean now?
Yeah. It's
None of this. Have you been anybody like, oh, what? Oh, or like, oh, that's gruesome.
No, everything is exactly how I expected it. Nothing is like.
It's just cool.
It's just
all the death scenes are cool. Nothing's like, oh, they're all like, oh, badass. He folded that guy in half. You know what I mean? It's all like, whoa, that's crazy.
Kind of campy.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he folds him in half this way.
Yeah.
That's great. Bro, what? What the fuck? That's how the movie starts. That's the first death we see. Like, also in the theater, I mean, it was a for the theater movie. Theater is. I saw it in a black theater too.
People crazy.
I mean, it's already going crazy when the titties came out and all that stuff. I remember it was a great experience. But man, when they folded that thing in half, even me, everybody stood up. Because now it's like, well, this is what I paid for. So I feel bad for Vince because, like, oh man, I get if you're like a horror movie guy and you're like, oh, I love the original Freddys and I love the original Jasons and they're gonna bring those stories together, and then you go see it and you see this. But that's also kind of your fault because it wasn't like they went Freddy 1, Jason 1 this movie. They were on Freddy 7, Jason's 4.
Yeah, they probably already lost the plot.
Ben lost them.
Yeah.
How do you think they get here?
Yeah.
So I at least give them the credit, unlike you bitch ass niggas in the DC universe who made one Superman movie, no Batman movie, and just said, let's have him fight.
Yeah.
Have him fight. What about, should we at least
set up the world?
Set up the world of Batman at least? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Let him just fight.
And the reason why they're fighting makes less sense than the reason why Freddy and Jason are together here.
All right, because you already get why he's kind of getting them to come back.
I get what Freddy is like, oh,
His
I want.
plan,
yada. The Batman versus Superman thing is just like, it doesn't make any sense. But you hate that Superman, you hate that Batman is
a vigilante.
A vigilante who doesn't have to follow the law.
You're a vigilante who doesn't follow the law.
laws.
It's not like, all right, like I love fucking Civil War. Why do I love Civil War? Because they really get down to the nitty gritty of why Iron Man wants to sign the treaty and why Captain America doesn't. Also, what makes that great is the whole movie, you would think Captain America would be the guy who'd want to follow government and Iron Man would be the rebel. And that's good writing, though.
Yeah, and this took years to set that up.
There. I mean, it makes sense why Tony's on that side. It makes sense why Cap's on the other side. It's so, they fine-tuned it. This makes still, like you said, more sense than what the fuck happened at DC.
Yeah.
Go kill yourselves, DC.
Yep. And this is already way more entertaining than pretty much any movie.
Way better than this is a way better movie than any other. That's why this movie did good at the box. I mean, those movies did good at the box office, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, it took you guys, you spent $1 billion to make like $1.2 billion. These niggas spent nothing and got like the same value.
Yeah, almost quintupled the value. Oh, yeah.
So suck a dick, DC. They will never win.
No, DC sucks.
They suck, dude. God, they suck.
DC sucks.
Wonder Woman's your best thing and it sucks. It fucking sucks. Yeah. Aquaman is only the best thing because it's like this. That's not good. That's not in a superhero world. It's not good if your best movie is like a Freddy versus Jason kind of best movie.
Right, where it's like it's people's favorite movie, but not because it's a good movie.
Not on how a nigga like people love Black Panther, people love Infinity War, people love Guardians. Like as individual masterpieces, people love those individual movies. You know, go suck a dick, DC. God, you guys suck. Learn something from Freddy versus Jason. So, where are we at? Her big tits. Oh, folded in half.
Yeah, folded in half.
So the girl is like hears that outside. She's like, "What the hell are you doing out there, Trey?" And she comes out and she's like, "Ah!" And there's blood coming through the door, and she sees them all folded up, and she's like, "Ah!" And she, covers herself up and she runs out, and then everybody's running outside and they're screaming. It's raining super hard. They're all like, "What the fuck happened? What was going on? Oh, he's dead. Right then they see a cop kind of pull up, and they stop the cop, and they're like, "Sir, we need help." And the cop is the motherfucking dude from Night at the Roxbury,
Which
the
one?
gym guy.
Oh wow. Wow.
Not on purpose.
Double gym
That was
guy.
not me on purpose. That was not done on purpose. That is the craziest accident of all time.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty
This nigga,
funny.
he's the cop in this.
Wow. Look at him.
Right?
Look at his career.
Dude, in classic things.
Yeah.
Because it's Freddy vs. Jason, a classic. Like in the sense of The Departed. No. But it is a classic.
That
Nigga,
people-
if I say what it is, you remember it.
Yeah, I remember the fucking movie poster for Freddy vs. Jason.
Come on, dog. It's classic. Also, good poster.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
each
Yeah,
other.
they're facing each other
Yeah.
with the verses, and you're like, no way, this movie's happening.
Yeah.
That's also how that movie came out. Like, I remember just that feeling of like, this movie can't be happening. There's no way. It's like the first time. I remember I had that same feeling when the first Avengers. When they announced that first Avengers coming out, and I saw that trailer, and I was just like, in the poster, and I was like, this isn't real.
How
How do we get here? This is crazy. Suck my dick again, DC. I'm gonna bring that up this whole episode. Suck my dick, DC.
DC sucks.
So they run outside and the cop is like, they go to they take the kids to the precinct, and the cops outside are saying, "Oh my God, maybe Freddy's back. Holy shit, I can't believe this happened on Elm Street. Oh my God, it's got to be him. He's back." The other, like the guy's name's Stubbs, by the way. That's the cop's name. He's trying to get information, and they're telling the older cops kick him off the case because he's a young cop.
Right.
So they're like, you're off the case because you're young. You know how that works.
Yeah.
So he's talking to Lori, and he's telling the young cop. He tells Lori how he just moved here, and they're not really telling him what's going on. So he's sorry. He's trying to help more, but he just doesn't have any information. And then she says, she's like, "I don't know what's going on. All the other cops have been questioning. They keep asking me about my dreams and if I've been having weird dreams, and I keep hearing them say this name, and I just can't figure it out. Like I can't make out what they're saying, but I see them saying one word over and over again." And then he's like, "I'm sorry." And then he leaves, and she's sitting in the interrogation room, and she's like, she puts her head down, and then she's like, "Freddy!" Like that's the name they were saying out there, right?
Right.
And then when she raises like her head back up, the whole station's empty. Completely empty. She's like, "Hello? Hello?" And then she sees like blood fall from the ceiling and then disappear. Like it'll fall, poof, hit, and disappear.
Okay.
Fall, poof, hit, disappear. So she starts falling on it. And it like leads her down the hallway. It keeps doing fall, hit, and disappearing, right? And she walks up on a little girl sobbing. And she turns the little girl around, and the little girl has like blood eye, like X's on her eyes and like blood and shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, she screams like, "Ah!" And she's like, "His name is Freddy Krueger, and he loves children, especially little girls. It's okay to be afraid. We're all your friends." And then the station turns into a cemetery, right? And you see like little girls jumping rope, singing the classic Freddy Krueger song, which is, have you ever heard this? That 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Oh yeah.
3, 4, he's at your door. Like that was always because in the first one, I mean, oh my God.
Yeah.
But I mean, what makes a real scary movie scary isn't all this. Like, how we already had all these, we've already had 2 crazy slasher deaths. We've already had 2 pairs of titties. All this stuff. A great scary movie, you don't need any of that shit. A great scary movie is literally all suspense.
Anticipation.
The whole, I'm talking about, nigga, there might be only 2, maybe 2 killings in the whole movie.
Right.
And it's the scariest movie you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a scary movie. That's why this is like, they lose you from the moment it starts.
Yeah, I can see that.
As far as like, well, I'm not going to be scared here. That's not what they're going for. I'll give them that too. They weren't trying to, clearly. I mean, if they are, I guess they're trying to scare a 4-year-old.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You actually don't quite know what they're going for, I think.
Money.
Well, definitely, that's fair. That is true.
They were like, let's make a bank on this.
But I think the reason why movies like Freddy and movies like Aquaman, and then you've never seen
movies like, wait, what?
Movies like Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, okay. I was like, the original Freddy's actually really good.
My bad. Movies like this one, movies like Aquaman, movies like you've never seen The Room, movies like that.
Yeah.
The reason why they're like also like, because this is like funny. Huh?
Oh yeah, you're gonna laugh.
But the reason why it's funny is because they took themselves seriously when they were making it.
Yes.
So I think they were trying to go for horror.
Like, we're gonna scare these adults.
Yeah, and they completely missed. Like, this is one of those movies where you couldn't make a movie that's this type of funny if you tried.
I respect what you're saying now.
Do you feel what I'm saying?
I feel exactly what you're saying now. I feel exactly what you're saying.
The fact that they weren't going for this is the reason why it's really funny.
That's why I like Aquaman.
Yes.
Like, out of all of I mean, I think DC sucks, but I like Aquaman. I
Yeah.
told you that a bunch. Like, I like Aquaman.
But if you were trying to make Aquaman for the reasons you liked it, you couldn't do it.
No.
Exactly. That's what this movie is. That's what this movie
Because
sounds
I would
like
end up
already.
trying to make a good movie.
Yeah. Or a funny movie, but you couldn't make an accidentally funny movie.
No. I would, I'd try to make either a Thor or, like I said, like a Black Panther.
Right.
Yeah, they were trying to make a Black Panther, and whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to make a
Well,
classic.
Aquaman is literally Black Panther.
Okay. You've told me that. I
Yeah.
gotta watch it. But I think they were trying to make an actual horror movie, an actual scary movie. That's what it sounds like. And they were just completely lost any sort of point to what a horror movie actually is.
They forgot.
Yeah.
It's like they forgot how they originally, like it's like they hadn't watched the original Johnson in a long time, so they completely forgot. It's like Fast and Furious.
Yes.
It's like exactly like the first Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
First Fast and Furious, bro, the races are so down to earth. I don't know when they got superpowers.
Fast 5. That's when they
All inject the Captain America serum, apparently.
Yeah. Fast 5 is when I thought I saw Fast 4. I'm
Fast
not quite
4.
sure which
Rock
one.
shows up in Fast 4.
Okay.
I remember that.
I
I
think
remember
I saw
The
that.
Rock shows up in Fast 4.
But Fast 5 is when it was like they were dragging the safe through the streets, and it was like, what?
And then Fast 6, they were like, oh, let's go.
Oh, Fast 6, they were like,
Let's go.
okay,
Let's go.
They like that?
Oh,
Let's
go.
just.
Why are we playing? Yep. Why are we even playing with them? Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, right then she wakes in a panic. Huh! And she's back in the station, right? It's normal. A dad is going off at the other friend that was at the house. That the one friend died, the other friend was there drinking beer, getting a beer. That guy.
Right.
So a dad goes off on that son for being at the house. He was supposed to be somewhere else with him, and he goes, "Dad!" Greatest acting of all time. "Dad, my friend was killed. Give me some fucking space." Just like that.
Oh, I think you nailed that.
Just like that.
It
I
seems like you
nailed him.
Yeah.
I nailed.
Yeah.
Good acting. I did not nail.
Yeah.
And then the dad's like, "Watch yourself, boy." And he goes back in the house because you're a cool dad when your best friend dies. How
Right.
cool that would be.
Yeah.
And then the kid's saying to himself, "Don't worry, Trey. I'll take him out. I'll take it out on that guy myself. I swear to God, I'll find who did this to you." And he's drinking, and then he hears something in the bushes. Who's that? And like a white guy, he has to go investigate.
Yeah.
So he goes out and he investigates, and he turns back around, and he sees a sheep, like an actual sheep in front of his door. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And then down the street, he sees like the shadow of Freddy, and the shadow of Freddy tries to slash and kill him, and it doesn't do anything. And the dude just wakes up, right? And then Freddy's like, "Not strong enough yet. Excuse me, not strong enough yet." And then he's like, "Until I guess I'll let Jason have his fun." And then you see the kid, like he wakes up backing up, like on the porch in a panic, and his dad sitting next to him. He's like, Dad," and he goes to shake him like that, and the dad's head like falls off, completely off. He's like, "Ah!" And then he gets up, and then Jason's right there, and Jason fucking slices the guy in half. You know what I mean?
Okay. They're really not wasting any time in between these deaths.
Oh, you mean like, am I going to be scared at all? No.
No. Jesus Christ.
Are they going to let me even get nervous? Nope. Give me a second to
Yeah.
go, ooh.
What's happening? Ooh.
Like,
Plot.
yeah, because you know me, I know it's not listed as a horror movie, but I tell him all the time, I think Get Out was one of the scariest movies I'd seen up until I saw Parasite. Those are horror movies to me because the whole movie is, bro, something bad is about to happen. It's like, the whole time you in Get Out and the whole time in Parasite, bro, you're like, something bad is about to fucking I don't know when, I don't know how.
No.
And that's the scarier thing is that I don't know when and I don't know how. And that's what makes you sit in your chair like, oh, like your stomach hurt because it's just like, oh fuck, I don't. Whereas this, I know when, I know how, I know why.
Yeah.
I know already.
Yeah.
And that's not what you want for a horror movie, I think.
I'm so curious as to how this relationship sours. Does Freddy get jealous?
I know, right? Because you're right. It didn't start how yours started.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Freddy gets jealous.
Oh, look at you! Don't say that.
Yeah. Look. Yeah. He seems like the jealous type.
Bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah, you should have said bitch on that. He seems like the just type. Bitch. Oh god. So we see two guys now go to a mental hospital. All right. and they were looking at the news at the hospital, and a guy who's watching the news notices that on Elm Street there was another murder, and the guy who notices his name is Will.
Okay.
You remember? There was a Will who our main character used to talk to.
Oh,
she was 14. Who moved away.
He went he went
He
crazy.
moved away.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, she knows he moved away. That's all she knows.
Okay.
So, he's like, turn that up. Turn it up. I know those people. And then they cut the TV off, right? Because they're like, oh, we don't need to get you guys riled up. And he loses it. He's like, hey, I know those people. Come on. And then they're about to like tranquilize him. And like his friend like grabs him, like, relax, dude. Come on, Well, he's like, you just got to calm down. He's like, I have to go back. I have to save her. Whoop, whoop, right? And they go back to like their friend. And their friend Mark is telling him like, dude, we can't go back. The dreams, whoop, whoop, what happened to us? We're stuck here. And that's how it is. And then the Will guy's like, no, I have to check on Lori and see if she's okay. I have to. He's like, I just don't know how I'm going to do it, right? And he kind of like goes to, like lays in his bed. They're like roommates. And the one friend's like, oh, he feels bad for him. So he goes and he messes, the guy who cut off the TV and said, oh, you're not going to watch. He goes and he messes with that guy. Like he moons him and like starts all this shit. And that guy's like, oh, you want to play? And then he calls like the security and they get like their tranquilizer stuff. And he like cut to it. They're like dragging him back and they throw him back on the bed. And he's like kind of like out of it. And he's like, man, what the hell? Where did you go? What happened? And he shows that he like stole the keys while he was in the middle of that tussle.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The classic tussle to steal. You've seen that, I mean?
Yeah.
The tussle to steal the keys.
Yeah, nothing in this is any sort of original. Got you.
I love it. Like right when I was like, oh, I've seen that scene. Oh, you mean the tussle for the classic tussle for the keys?
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, the TFK baby.
Oh man, they tussle, and then the guy walks away thinking he won, and then the other guy like acting like he lost. Always, and then what do they do? It's time they always go.
And they're always kind of fucked up.
They're
somehow.
a little bit always.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it, and I'm gonna put it in a movie the moment I write one.
Yeah.
But that's great. So, a dad is like putting a pill in Lori. The dad of Lori, he's like crushing up a pill and putting it in her orange juice the next morning. Mm-hmm. And he's like, here, take this, honey. You need to get some rest. It'll help. Take this orange juice and then go. He doesn't say it like it'll help. He's like, you just need to get some rest. And she's like, no, please, Dad, let me get out the house. I can't be here all day. Please let me get out the house. I gotta go. I gotta go to school. He's like, I don't think so, honey. It's not good. He's like, please. And she's like, I'll be fine. And then she leaves, right? And he's like, okay. So right then, as she leaves, a cop comes and tells the dad, hey, 2 boys escaped from the mental hospital. Apparently, one of them's Will. And he's like, fuck. And they're like, we know what happened, how, with you and your, wife who apparently died, that Will knows something. All right. So they let you know that the mom of this girl died. Yeah, Will knows something, and now he's in a mental hospital.
And now he escaped.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff. It's coming at you fast.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I'm like, all right, I know I'm telling you something that makes you want to go, wait, how does that happen? It's like, well, we don't have time for that.
No.
And I also don't know the answers.
Yeah. Don't know where he's staying. Don't know how he got out, really.
We don't know why.
Yeah.
We just know what we know, brother.
Yeah.
And let's go with that, okay? So Lori goes to school. And all her friends, the 2 friends are there, Kelly Rowland and the other chick. And they tell her how, hey, Blake is apparently dead now. And his dad was killed, the guys who got slashed. And Kelly Rowland starts going off black girl style. This is some bullshit. Whoop de whoop. I'm scared. What the fuck is going on? Ain't nobody. They ain't telling us.
I want a survivor. I ain't gonna give up.
I need a soldier who's gonna stand up for me, and he's known to carry big things. If you know what I mean. And she went all the way off.
Yeah.
And she was like, "If you gonna pay my telephone bill," I can't stop now. So while they're at school, a nerdy dude comes up and he tries to holler at Lori, right? You'll recognize this dude. He's in a lot of shit, like a lot of movies. And Kelly Rowland's like mean to him, like, get the fucking beat it. She's not interested in you, you loser, all that shit. So while they're at school, this other dude comes up and he invites the girls to a huge party that's going to be going down that night. All right? Got to be.
Yeah, classic.
There's always
time. Classic time.
Do you think Jason's going to show up to this party?
Right. I think so. You know what? There's a good chance.
Okay.
Also, when there's a rampant murderer going on in your town, it's probably great to just throw a party.
And I mean a rager.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, we're not talking like a get together.
Yeah.
We're talking what you imagine high school parties to be in your brain that never, ever, ever, ever happened.
It's a movie high school party.
Movie high school party.
Movie high school party.
Also, everyone in the movie is 37 years old.
Yes, absolutely. Also, it's this guy is targeting kids from our school. Let's gather them all in one place.
So after that.
And add alcohol to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So they're in the hallway. All the kids are in the hallway, because they're like the dudes are telling them about the party, right? So it's all kind of happening there. Mm-hmm. And then she starts telling everybody about Freddy and the dream she's had at the station, about the Freddy Krueger guy and what he looked like. And everybody's listening to her, right? And then she was like, and they were singing this song at the mental hospital. And they were singing the song, and then the dude from the mental hospital, not Will, but the friend, walks up and he goes, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. And then she looks at him. And the whole hallway's like, and he keeps saying it, 3, 4, he's at your door. And he's like, let me tell you something. That song means he's coming for you. And if you've heard that song, take some advice and drink some fucking coffee. Get used to it. Make it your best friend, you know? And then she's like, what? And then right then the Will dude's like, Mark, that's enough. Don't scare her. And she turns and she's like, oh, Will. And she's so happy to see him and she passes out.
Oh, wow. She goes to sleep.
So as she's passed out in the nurse's office in the school, Kelly Rowland is looking at a magazine, right? And she's looking at a magazine. And, like, the pictures keep getting weirder and weirder as she's looking. She's like, what the fuck? And then right then, like, she's looking at, like, a nose job one, and she's, like, considering getting a nose job herself. And then right then, Freddy pops out of the magazine and grabs her nose and rips it off her face. And he's like, Freddy goes, of course, got your nose! Y'all can't see it if you're listening, but I'm dead. Hey, fool, let me tell you something. Because she wakes up and she's like, ah, right? Yeah. This happens to me. I'm dreaming. This scary motherfucker rips my nose off in a dream. And then he says, got your nose. And I wake up. I am now no longer scared of that guy. Because I know, oh, that guy's funny. You know what I mean, Hassan? I'm not. He hit me with the line.
Hit you with a good line, too.
Got your nose. And it's like a
line.
It's like dad joke level.
Yeah. It's like a good dad joke.
If you rip my nose on my face, I get it. You got it. But man, I'm not scared of that guy. I'm scared less. That's for damn sure. Because I'm like, I think he said a joke before I woke up. I wasn't positive. So the Will and Mark guy, they take off like running out of the school right before the cops see him, and they go to the public records place. You know, as you do when you're a young kid.
Yeah.
And
yeah, of course.
They're looking for all the information they can on Freddy Krueger. They can't find anything. Just blacked out obituaries. And even the one brother who like the one guy, the friend, Mark, he knows Freddy Krueger killed his brother. He's like, look, January 18th, my brother committed suicide, and there isn't anything here on it. That's bullshit. I know he didn't commit suicide. Like, he starts going off, right? And then Mark literally says how he's like, figured out, he's like, oh, I know why they put us in quarantine. Like, I know why they put us in the mental hospital to keep us away because Freddy thrives off fear. And if they could just shut us up talking about it, then people wouldn't be scared. They literally quarantined us. We've been quarantined. That's what he says. Just like that.
We can't escape.
2003.
We can't escape.
Bro, how long ago was 2003? That was 17 years ago.
Yeah. We can't escape. In one of the animes I'm watching, they put one of the characters in quarantine. It's like, once you're in it, you really realize like how often it actually pops up in media.
Man, media, it's like every other movie. Every other movie, every other TV show, there's a quarantine.
There's a quarantine. It's like,
always. So, you know, and he goes, that's why they did that to us, so no one will know about Freddy. And then he goes, well, if that's true, why didn't Freddy kill Lori when she said she had the dream at the police station? And the guy goes, because he isn't strong enough. He immediately figures it
out. Yeah, what a great detective.
He goes, fear gives him power. And then he goes, well, if that's the case, you just scared everyone at that school. And the Mark guy's like, oh, God, I did. Now they all know. It's going to be like the plague. We got to get out of here. And he goes, no. And then Will's like, I have to save Lori first. And the friend's like, well, then we leave. And he gives him the car keys that his brother. He's like, this is the keys to my brother's car. All right. He's like, if you're not back by dawn, I'm out of here, man. I'm leaving. And the Will guy's like, I'll be back. Cut to the huge rave party in the woods. All right.
Great place for a party when there's a serial killer about.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Give him open space.
Yeah, give him open space, but also near the woods so you can just like pick and choose.
And it was like, no, I'm sorry. I said woods. Corn maze.
Okay. Oh.
Corn maze. I said woods. Corn maze. You know, there's only 2 ways to kill a kid in a movie. Woods. Corn maze.
Corn maze. Yeah. Okay. So they're near a corn maze.
Oh God, this movie. Yeah. So, like the nerd kid shows up to the party, and like all the people like bullying him and shit. As they're bullying him, we see Jason far away. He's grabbing a huge like knife, and he starts walking towards the Rager. Lori is there, and the nerd comes up, dude, and he tries to holler at her again, right? And Kelly Rowland's super mean to him again. And then he goes, you know, Kelly, you know, Kia, that's her name, Kelly Rowland. He goes, you know, Kia, you know why you tear me down? It's because you hate yourself. And that's why you wear all that makeup. And that's why you wear all that makeup, and it makes you feel bad about yourself, and it weighs your head down, and then he walks off. And the Lori chick's like, and Kelly Rowland's like, and you know what? I loved it. I fucking loved every piece of it.
I mean, she deserves that for sure. Not that great of a breakdown.
No, that's just mean.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's the best. Fuck a roast joke, man. That's why I don't roast battle. People always be like, Derek, go do roast battle. Do roast battle. You can say you can give. It's like, yeah, but that's not how I do it.
No,
I don't do it the way
hurt.
of like,
You
it's like it's not fun. And I know they're like, oh, bro, you think I'm not gonna roast you or say some shit that hurts? Hey, bro, you saying like, hey, balding nigger, in some roast cadence. No, that don't hurt my feelings, fool. That's not gonna hurt my feelings. I'm gonna talk about like why you're not good at stand up and why you're not gonna make it and your work ethic. See how we're not roasting anymore?
Yeah.
See how it's not fun? It's not. That's why I don't roast. I'd rather say things like this. Like, hey, you wear too much makeup and no one's ever going to marry you. Not when you wear makeup because you hate yourself. And that's gross. What dude's attracted to that? Are you hot? And you also, if you are going to wear that much makeup, you better be super fucking hot because a dude will deal with that if you're super hot. But if you're ugly wearing all that makeup and you just hate yourself, you're going to get with a dude who doesn't like you that much. He's going to cheat on you a lot. And it's going to be a shitty marriage. And you have one or two of those before you die alone. See, can't really put that in a like set up punch. How come you don't roast battle?
I'm not. I don't do either of those things.
Sounds good guy.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm not. I wouldn't say a good guy.
No, you're actually a horrible guy, but you're not a roaster guy.
No, I'm not. I don't roast. That's
Unless
not
somebody, you will roast. I will say this about you: if somebody throws you an alley oop, you will dunk it.
Right, but that's got to be an alley oop. I don't go this.
Yeah,
that's not me.
You're like, oh, somebody just threw this alley. Well, if we're gonna leave it in the air.
Yeah, if the tee is set up, I'll hit the ball.
Yeah. Oh god, that's great. So Lori sees Will and he runs up to her, and and she's like, "Oh my God, Will!" He's like, "I saw that kid dead at your house. I just had to see you, make sure you're safe." And they hug, and then he asks, "Hey, where's your dad? Like, hey, where your dad was when all that went down?" She's like, "He was out of town when the homeboy died in the beginning of the movie." And she's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because I got to tell you what I saw when I left before they put me in the mental hospital." And she's like, "What?" And then right then the Kia girl comes up and she's like, "Hey, enough talking. Let's dance. We got to go have a good time, right?" And then like she drags them both to the dance floor.
Right.
So remember the girl who's fucking in the beginning of the movie?
Yes.
She's fucking the dude who died.
Yeah.
So she's wandering.
She's all ready to party.
Huh?
She's all like, "I'm ready. It's been a couple days. I'm ready to party."
No. She's there, sadly drunk, wandering by herself through the corn maze.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Right? She's just drinking, and as she's wandering sad, like just drinking, she sees her dead boyfriend, like, "You're already here drinking, you bitch." And, he goes, "You fucking better follow me right now. Don't make me ask you twice," which is what he yelled at her earlier in the movie when he was being a douche. Yeah. And she's like, "Trey." She drops her beers and she drunkenly starts following him, right? She gets to like this water tower boiler room looking thing. She goes into it. We see Freddy's shadow like through it, right? And then we see the girl in real life is actually passed out on the ground at the party, drunk as shit, with a dude like a drunk dude kind of like staring at her because she's way off.
Right.
All right. And he's just kind of by himself. And he's like, just kind of looking at her, right? So in the dream, Freddy is chasing her around. She's running, screaming, falling, classic shit. Outside, the dude gets on top of her and he's like unzipping her pants. He's about to just rape the shit out this chick.
Mm-hmm. So she's just not having a good day
dream,
either way.
Either way, reality or dream, not going good. There's no winning.
Yeah, she is in a bad situation.
Yeah, because it's like, man, she's gonna wake up to a worse situation.
Yeah. Oof. She's had.
Imagine waking up, a motherfucker's trying to kill you in your dreams. Like, but you could, and you get out of it, and then you wake up, and there's just a dude raped. Like, how many fights do I have to have today?
Yeah. Hey, talk about a bad week.
Wrapped up in the 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yo, the worst week of your life was in a 2 minute window.
Yeah, and then you also saw your boyfriend get murdered.
Oh God, he's the one who like in your head. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a lot of things going on.
So, in her dream, she's like gets up and she hides in like a locker, right? Mm-hmm. And then right then Freddy like he busts the locker open. And he's about to fucking kill her, and she's screaming. And then right then her heart explodes on him, like, and then blood starts coming out of her mouth. And he's like, Freddy's like, "What the fuck?" And then real life Jason stabbed through the dude raping her and her.
Good God. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What a bad 2 minutes. What? My God.
At least she died not knowing it.
Yeah.
At least she died like not knowing it, bro.
That's the silver lining.
Because homeboy, that guy, I guess he died like raping. He died doing what he loved. There's something for that.
He definitely died having a better time than she did.
That's for damn sure.
He
was when he before the worst moment of his life, which was the end of his life.
Yeah.
He was having the greatest moment of his life.
Yeah.
I don't think when you're raping somebody, you're like, oh man, I shouldn't be doing this.
No, I think you've already crossed.
I think you're like, I am a god.
Yeah. There's no way it's not a power thing, right? So it's like, there's no way you feel smaller while you're doing it.
That'd be weird.
Yeah,
It'd be weird to be raping somebody and the whole time be like, man, why don't I just walk away?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I just stop? And you're telling Derek, just stop. That's a weirder rapist.
Why are you like this always? Yeah,
Whoa.
you're not thinking that.
You need help.
Yeah, that's true. That's not happening while it's going on.
No, that's a cum thought maybe. Post cum thought maybe.
Depends on how gone you are.
Yep, because you might be post cum and be like, oh, now I gotta fucking tie this body up and cut it into pieces, eat it, and then go find another person.
It's very specific. Very
we'll just edit that part
specific.
We'll
Well,
edit that part
that's just gonna be. In fact, that's just gonna be the whole episode. It's
Nope.
just that.
We'll just
Fuck the rest of this. It's just gonna be that as a clip, and that's our Freddy versus Jason episode. And they'll be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" They probably remember the scene though if you watch the movie.
Definitely.
That's a very out of the frying pan into the fryer scene. It's just like, oof.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
So Freddy's like, of course, because the girl now disappears in the dream because now
Yeah.
she's dead, and he's like, "No, she was mine."
That's how it begins.
I think you know where this about to go. So 2 dudes are smoking weed, right? And then Jason walks up on them, like behind them. And they're like, whoa, check out this fucking guy, right? They're like, it's a rave, not a Halloween party, bro. And then Jason grabs the one dude's head, fucking turns it around. And the guy just falls, right? And the one of the friends like, what the fuck? And he spits his alcohol on him. And there's like a tiki torch by it, right? And he fucking like sets Jason on fire. And Jason just goes on fire, right? The motherfucker starts running. Now, he's running full speed.
Right.
Now, on fire Jason pulls out his on fire knife and walks through the corn maze on fire.
Right.
At the pace of a turtle. One, probably.
Right.
The whole fat dude finally, like the dude running, gets finally back to the party, and as he's about to yell at everybody, you see a knife on fire. Shing! Go right through his chest. And all the kids are screaming like, ah! And then Jason, who do I compare this to? Jason in the style of Uma Thurman in Kill Bill 1.
Okay.
Slices through the crazy 88s in this scene. Does that make sense?
Yes. Just
moves,
yeah.
dodging stuff, like moves, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
Stab, this way, stab. And also kids are like coming up and like fighting him.
Yeah, one at a time.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. You're seeing how he's like, bro, Jason is, I'm going to guess. This is my guess. I don't know Jason's stats, but I'm going to guess 6'9", 6'10", 280, 290.
Damn.
He's a big man.
Yeah, and these kids are just trying to fucking full on run at him.
Full on run, go at him.
Awesome.
All right?
That's awesome.
So Lori and their friends, they run out of there, right? And they
no one has a gun in this town with a corn maze, huh?
Yeah, one of these high schoolers should have a shotgun in the back of their truck.
Yeah, absolutely.
They run out of there and they see their dead friend on the way out, just like dead and raped. You know what I mean? And they're like, no, she was dead and raped. So
that sounds like a fucking album title for like a metal band.
Like a good metal band.
Yeah,
though.
Dead and Raped by Rammstein or whatever.
Number 2 on the pop charts.
Yeah.
So they're like driving off right in the van. They're like, oh my God, who was that? Was that the guy like from the dreams that you were talking about? And she's like, no, that was not the guy from the dreams I was talking about. I don't know who the fuck that guy was. And all the kids and then one guy, the nerdy guy was like, man, that goalie was fucking pissed about something because he killed 30 people. Because they're like, we don't know who he was, right? Yeah. That was the only line that genuinely made me laugh, like not at like how dumb it is. He's like, well, I think that goalie was genuinely pissed at something because he killed 30 people. Like that's something I would say. Like, hey nigga, whoever that nigga was, that plays goalie is upset at somebody at the party or the town.
The third beer didn't go well, huh?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Nice reference.
King's game. We just went to it recently, kind of. Yeah.
So the key is like, take me home. They drop her off, right? So Will tells Lori the reason he's like, I was sent to that mental hospital was because I saw your dad. Like this, he's about to drop her off at her house, and he's like, I saw your dad kill your mom. And she's like, what? She's like, Mom, no, my mom died in a car accident. He's like, no, I was there. I was snuck up to your room to go see you late night, and then they show him sneaking up in the room. He's supposed to be 14-year-old him. It's just him.
Yeah. Good old 37-year-old Will.
And he goes, I saw him kill her. And then you see the dad stab the mom a bunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like right then, the actual dad, like comes out to the car and he's like, hey, where were you, Lori? And he grabs the kid. He's like, get away from my daughter. I will not let you endanger her again. And the daughter's like, stop it. And he's choking again. And she runs off, right? And he's like, Lori. And the dad runs after her. And then they run in the house. And he's like, Lori, talk to me. And then she turns around. She's like, did mom die in a car accident? And he's like, yes. And she's like, prove it. Show me a death certificate. And he's like, honey. And she's like, what about Weston Hills Mental Hospital? Do you work there? Because, he told her that, like, hey, your dad was the reason I went to that mental hospital. Like, he works there with the whoop. And she's like, and he's like, no, I don't. Well, I mean, yes, I do consulting there. So she's like, you known about Will this whole time. You knew about all this. And he's like, honey, you need rest, okay? I'll give you some pills to help you sleep. And then we'll talk about this in the morning. Come on. And she's like, she takes off. She runs to the door. She locks in her room. She locks it. He's like, we'll talk in the morning. Honey, open this door. Let me in. Honey. And then she climbs out the window and she like takes off down the street. It's raining like crazy. As she's running, Will snatches her. She's like, ah! And he's like, it's me. It's me. It's okay. And they like hug and kiss. You know that shot.
Yeah. It's the only thing.
You know the it's me shot? Whether you think it's somebody, but it's like, it's me.
Yeah. All of that. I know all of it. This is great.
Oh, it is great. Mm-hmm. So in the van, Lori and Will are now talking like how they can't trust anyone. They can't go to the police. Well, they're like, we have to get back to Mark. He's an expert on he knows what's going on. He knows this whole Freddy situation. He'll know. So cut back to Mark. Mark is just looking at a picture of his brother. And then he hears something. And he opens his door, and then he's looking in out of the bathroom door, like steam's coming crazy out of the bathroom door. And he's like, and then he opens the door, and it's completely empty. No steam. And he goes, wake up, wake up, wake up. Like he already knows. Like, fuck, wake up, wake up. And then he goes to the cabinet, and there's a pill thing in the cabinet that says Wake Aid. And he opens it up, and it's one left. And he goes to take it, and he can't. Like he keeps trying, and then he just falls, and he can't. And he's like, shit, and it falls down the sinkhole. Which I will give. That is how dreams feel sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Where it's like there's just one. Like all you need is this one little thing, or you got. All I got to do is get 5 feet out of the way of this truck coming at me, and I can't
do it.
Move.
You can't do it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That shit's the most annoying shit out of a dream, bro.
Yeah. One of my most memorable nightmares is I thought I had a final and I just couldn't get my clothes on to get to the final.
So you're like, I'm looking at my clothes. I know how to put my clothes on.
Yeah.
And I can't get my legs.
Like my pants refuse to cooperate.
And you're like, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that shit feels so real.
I woke up from my dream and I started like putting on my clothes, and then I had my clothes on before I realized, oh, I'm at home and this is winter break. Like that's how real that dream was.
Full panic.
Full panic. Oh man, I don't miss that about college. The missing the finals dream. Ooh.
Oh man, I never had those because I dropped out.
Yeah.
My dreams were more like, am I gonna become something of myself? Am I gonna make anything of myself? And then I can't in the dream.
Oh damn, that's also really rough and real. Jesus.
So anyway,
yeah.
The tub. He looks over at the bathtub. It's filled up with blood now. His brother's inside it, and his brother turns to him into Freddy, right? And he starts yelling at him, and the kid's like, "Wake up, wake up, wake up!" And then like a bunch of shit stabs through his feet, and he's like, "Someone please wake me up!" And then his friends come running up to the house, and they see Marcus just like asleep on his desk, which is a crazy. The idea of Freddy Krueger, like the first movie, is a great scary movie.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
You can't go to sleep. That's the only way to combat him, to stay awake. That's crazy.
That's the first movie, which is so scary. I mean, it always scared the fuck out of me. I get why, because it's like, damn, bro, that's scary as fuck. Mm-hmm. That's scary as fuck, fool. You can't sleep. It's also scary that like all this crazy shit's happening to you, and then like cut to the real you, and you're just like,
yeah, right. There's like nothing is going on. Like, So do you just die in the dream, or do you die with the marks on your body that he gave?
Oh, in real life, you get all those marks. Like
Okay.
it's happening to you in real life. Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes. He tells Mark, Freddy, he's like, I want you to send a message for me, Mark. And Mark's like, I won't do it. And he goes, then I'll have to send the message myself, won't I? So in the real world, you see like their friends are like, Mark, wake up. And you see his body like get like lifted up as he's still asleep. And he's like getting flung across the room. Boom, boom, boom. And like you see slashes coming around like all over him, right? And then he gets set on fire on his back. Like it's just his back is on fire. He's like, ah! And he's like, wake me up! Right? And then you see slashes come across his face and he dies. And he's just kind of like hanging in the air. And then his back, like the flame goes out, and like flamed onto his back is Freddy's back. You know, because it's on a back.
Also, the people who knew Freddy would be like, "Oh, this dude died in his sleep in this horrifically violent way. I wonder who it was." Who could this have been?
But you're right. I guess if our writer was here, he'd be like, well, we actually had that happen because he's a little jealous of what's going on with Jason. So he wants the world to know he's back. And
No one knows who Jason is.
No one knows who Jason is.
None
of that makes it. Because I'm trying to like, what would they think to say is like, no, this is our reasoning.
There's no reason for any of this.
It's crazy.
This is wild. But also, we're almost an hour in, maybe in the movie, or probably like an hour in, like a half an hour left movie, and they still haven't.
No, we're not a half hour in.
Huh?
We're probably like right now, we're like 30 to 45 in.
No, I'm saying like we're like a half an hour away. We're like almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like, damn, I want them to start fighting now.
Oh, bro. They don't leave you hanging.
Okay.
This ain't one of them kind of movies.
Okay.
You think this movie's not going to bust this nut?
Okay. That's fair.
You're like, oh, yeah, it's a retard. Yeah, they're going to get there. They're going to get there. They're probably going to get there too much.
That's real.
So, you know, wait, where are we at now?
Freddy's back.
All right. So at the station, the chief is telling Stubbs, the good cop, like, what's happening, how they have to lock down the city, no one in and out of the city because of the lockdown, to make sure that this doesn't spread.
Anyways, go on.
The virus of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Doesn't spread. The virus of Freddy Krueger. So the young cop says
Krueger 19.
Yeah. He thinks it's this Jason Voorhees guy doing all this. And the older cop goes, shut up, goddammit. You say another word, I'll lock you up myself. I know what this is. This is my town. He's one of those kind of cops. Mm-hmm.
Rambo.
So at the friend's house, like at they all meet up like at a different house, right? And like it's the girls, the Will and the one, the Will guy, the nerdy guy, and then the stoner friend that comes out of nowhere.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, there's this new guy.
Love it.
Okay, but you got to know because he's important. But there's I don't know where he comes from. He's just the stoner friend out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. So, like they're like, I mean, who the fuck was that scary goalie guy though, right? And then right then the Stubbs guy knows exactly where the friends are hanging. Don't know how. And he goes, his name's Jason Voorhees. And he like sits, like he throws his hat down and like sits down to brainstorm with them.
With the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, he supposedly drowned in 1957 when he was 11 years old. The camp counselors weren't paying attention. Also, the camp counselors are apparently the ones who killed his mother. So legend has it. These camp counselors are terrible, apparently.
Yeah, good God.
So, so what Jason's been doing for years is he comes back to whoever is at the camp and kills them. Which is the story of Jason, but it's like that is a way lamer version than like if you watch the first movie.
Right. It's like the worst version of Spoil the Beans.
Yeah.
It's just a cop in a sentence.
Yeah. It's like, wow, you guys really didn't do your own franchise justice. Yeah. It's like it's your franchise.
You sort of glossed over all of this.
Yeah. It's like, man, you guys were able to make like 17 movies from this. Like maybe give it its due. That it's pretty good. You
made one recently, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did well. They always do well.
Was it a remake or was it like a continuation?
Actually, no. I think they remade Halloween recently. Did they redo Jason recently or Halloween?
They did a Jason within the last.
They redid Halloween recently too.
Within the last 5 years, I'm pretty sure there's been a Jason
and a new Freddy because there is a new Freddy Krueger because there's a new actor. I know that.
Yeah.
They had a new Freddy that came out within the last like 3 years.
God damn, that's how many remakes there have been. We can't even keep track of the remakes.
Oh, dude, there's been all the Halloweens, all the Freddys, and all the Jasons.
Yeah.
All of them.
No, I'm talking about like just in general, like Hollywood remakes. There's been so many remakes in Hollywood, we don't even know.
Oh man, yeah.
Like when the remakes were, even if they had a remake. But I'm pretty sure they had a Friday the 13th remake.
Yes, I am 100% positive there was a new Jason.
Yeah.
Because there was 100% a new Freddy and there was a new Halloween. So there had to have been. There for sure was a new Jason.
Right.
For sure.
God forbid they had a new idea.
Of a killer.
Yeah. There's only all three directions of supernatural killers have been taken. There's literally no other way to write one.
They have to wear a stupid fucking mask.
Yeah.
Or have claws and dreams.
That'd be great if someone made a supernatural killer that didn't wear a stupid fucking mask.
They did. It's called Don't Fuck with Cats. Go watch that. You want to see a real scary movie.
Oh, God. That guy's face looks like a mask, though.
Oh, that guy's face was a mask.
Yeah, that guy is the creepiest dude of all time.
All time.
Yeah, that guy's
all
up there.
Time. Also could have been one of the greatest serial killers if he didn't want to get caught on the first try.
Yeah.
He chose.
Yeah.
Could have killed so many people before he ever got caught.
Also, Freddy, Jason, Mike Myers, Luca Magnotta, that fits in that world.
Oh, man. They should make a movie on Luca Magnotta.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big miss if you don't try.
Yeah.
It's a huge miss, yeah. It's like, it's an original story. Like, you have a new storyline for fucking once of a scary guy who kills cats. That's creepy as fuck. Like, you can make the movie so creepy.
You can.
And you have a whole thing to base it off of. You just enhance it a little bit. Enhance the John Green character a little bit. Because he's clearly the best person from the documentary.
He's the Sherlock Holmes.
So I would be like, well, it's going to be a battle between these two people.
God, what a good documentary.
Great. John Green's my fucking nigga for life,
Yeah,
dude.
Way to go.
Life. I love John Green.
John Green and his weird Watson girl.
God, she was creepy.
She was strange. I remember her talking about 9/11, but then crying when she talked about the cats.
Crying when she talked about the cats. John Green completely stunning on her, saying he didn't need her at the end of the documentary, which was fantastic.
Yeah. That's exactly how it was.
God, I could not have done this without you, John, and I'm pretty sure you couldn't have done it without me. Oh, I could have done it without you.
Yeah.
Damn, John.
That's exactly what Holmes would say to Watson.
For sure done this without you,
Yeah.
dude. You're just here.
You just made it maybe a little quicker.
Maybe.
I'm
not even going to give you a full 100% on that.
Yeah.
I'll give you a maybe you helped. But you for sure needed me, and don't you ever fucking forget that, you dumb fat bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch. God, that's so funny. So
the cops tell him about Jason.
Yeah, and about the camp situation, and then they go, "Oh, so this is a copycat?" And they're like, "No, I think it's the real thing," And then one kid goes, "Well," it's like, "So what do you think this is all for?" And then the one guy's like, "Well, what if Freddy brought Jason back because he's not strong enough?" And they're like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "Yeah," and then he figures it all out, and Freddy died by fire and Jason died by water. So probably there's a way we can use that to defeat him. And they're all like, yeah. So they're like, what do we do? And then they go, we offer Freddy a sacrifice, someone pure. And they look at the nerd friend. The nerd friend's like, hell no. And then they're like, oh, what about Lori? And then Lori's like, oh, you guys can't do that to me. And then Kia's like, oh, of course we can. Besides, then Will can fuck me. And she's like, what? And Kia's like, yeah. And then right then the dad shows up and she's like, Dad, why are you? And the dad starts trying to make out with her. She's like, what is going on? And the dad turns into Freddy. And she's like, no. And he's like, and then Freddy goes, you're saying no, but your mouth says yes, yes, yes. He actually says that line.
Okay. Okay, R. Freddy.
And then right then they wake up Lori, and as they wake her up, she rips Freddy's ear off in the dream. And then when she wakes up in real life, in her hand is Freddy's ear. And they're all like, she's like, I pulled it out the dreams. How is that possible? And then they figure out how the dreams can be real, like when you can bring something from the dream to the reality, right? And they go, how did you guys not have dreams the whole time you're in the mental hospital? And he's like, they made us take this pill, Hypnosil. It's what suppresses your dreams. Cut to them breaking back into the mental hospital to steal.
Reverse heist.
So the stoner guy, who is with them now for no reason, we still don't know why.
I love it.
As they're breaking through the mental hospital, he literally says to the gang, wow, I can't believe they were like, because they had to shoehorn this in here. They're like, all right, there's got to be a reason. And so we'll get a stoner guy in there. And then he'll say this, which is what he says to the group when they finally break into a mental hospital. He goes, hey, guys, you go ahead. I need a J break. So they keep going. as he pulls out his J and starts smoking. That's better. So now he's not with the group.
Right.
Hassan, before I even go on,
Right.
clearly they needed someone in the group to break up that they could kill.
Yes.
But everyone that they have in the group, they still need.
For the story.
So they were like, oh, we'll just add someone
Who acts in a way that no stoner would act. Hey.
This situation is so intense.
Yeah, hey. As a deep stoner.
Hardcore
Stoner for the last however years, I would not take a break to smoke weed in the middle of a heist.
and separate from the group.
Yeah, in an unknown area by myself when there's 2 supernatural serial killers out there.
And I know that.
Yeah, a lot of things going against this, quote, J-break. Hey, how much have the guys who wrote this movie never smoked weed?
Oh, never, because they called it a J-break.
J-break.
You fucking losers.
Yeah.
Yo, these niggas who wrote this movie are fucking losers, dude. They're rich losers, but they're losers. So Stubbs, right then, he hears, like, as they're going through the mental hospital, they hear a gun, and they're like, what the fuck is that? And then we see a door completely busted down, like crushing a security guard, implying Jason is here.
Okay.
You know? So they walk into a room. It's full of people who are knocked out in comas. Like, and they're like, whoa. And like, what is this room? They're like, these are the people who wouldn't stop dreaming. They were given too much hypnosil. And they're like, who would do this? And they look at the charts, and Lori's dad's name is on all the charts. Okay?
What a twist that we all saw coming.
That's what made that, because I've literally made you go, like for real on many occasions.
Yeah.
Where I've actually made you go, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's why that one was even better.
Yeah. I mean, it's so, like, damn, y'all didn't even, like, try to write. You know? Like, of course it's his dad.
Like, I remember when I told you
Her dad.
in the Green Mile how that mouse is, you know,
The same.
Mr.
Bojangles.
Mr. Jangles.
Mr. Jangles, yeah.
You know, and you were like, and whew, like that, literal that same noise. You made that same noise, and I could see your brain of like, fuck, they wrote that. Like, they wrote their ass off. I saw it.
Yeah.
And I saw your face. It was the exact same reaction for the exact opposite feeling.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I feel what you mean.
I saw it on you.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh man, I could have told you that.
Yeah. You had no idea that mouse was coming.
No, I 100% saw her dad made the doctor for all of this.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, even when they brought it up earlier, yeah. So, God, this movie, it's great. So, cut back to the friend who's still smoking his weed. He's sitting there all high. He's high as shit now. Mm-hmm. A little monster walks in the room. He's like, whoa. The little monster pulls out a bong, hits the bong. How not scared can you be now? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, even if there was a remote chance that I was a little somehow scared still.
Yo, what the fuck?
The monster is hitting the bong. Well, now I know, this is a pure comedy.
Yeah. Also, it's like, wait, you took a J break and you fell asleep in the middle of a heist?
Yeah. So the monster's hitting the bong and blows all the smoke in his face. And then the monster leaves and he's like, wait, come back. And he follows the monster, and the monster goes into the room like the coma people, and all the coma people raise up and they start telling him to grab the hypnosil and dump it all out. He's like, no, I can't do that. We need it. We need that. No, I won't do that. And then the monster jumps up and then jumps into his mouth and into his body. All right? And the monster now grabs all the hypnosil and starts pouring it all out, down the sink. So as this is happening, as you cut back to the gang, is the Stubbs guy and the cop and the nerdy guy. They're together. And as they're walking through, Jason, out of nowhere, takes a swing at the Stubbs guy, and he misses, right? And he lands into, a bunch of electrical shit, and he starts electrocuting himself. And then they're like, run! And right as he do so, he grabs the Stubbs guy, electrocutes him as well, too. Okay. And so that guy dies. Just like that, right? Mm-hmm. The nerdy guy takes off running. Then we see, all right, the high dude who's dumped out all the hypnosil. Yeah. He gets, tranquilizer shots. Yeah. 2 of them, and, fills them all the way up. These huge needles, right? And he's standing in the middle of the hallway, just eyes all evil. And the other friends are now running by him. And they're like, come on, don't just stand there, come on. And then the Will guy goes, what are you doing? Let's go. And he looks at the Will guy and he goes, let me handle this, bitch. And Will's like, what? And they all keep running. And then Lori goes, wait. And she points and she notices he has the tranquilizer stuff behind him. And then he's looking at Jason as Jason's walking down the hallway. And the dude's like, come to Freddy. Right? And then Jason like walks up and he fucking jumps up and he stabs Jason in both sides of his neck with all the tranquilizer shit as Freddy cuts that dude in half. Right?
Cuts two in half.
Like the dude who stabs him?
Okay.
The high guy?
Oh, yeah.
Jason cuts him in half as he passes out from the tranquilizer stuff. All right? So Jason is now in Freddy's the boiler room. Like the classic boiler room situation.
Okay, here we go.
His mother, you hear the mother of Jason yelling at him. You big stupid idiot. I told you to kill a few people. You killed everybody. You're a stupid dog who can't stop eating. When the master said you had enough. And then it turns into Freddy, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, time to put this big dumb dog back to sleep. And he jumps down. He tries to stab Jason. And Jason cuts his arm off. Ah, my arm. And then Jason cuts his other arm. No, you cut off both my arms. And then Freddy grows 2 more arms immediately, right? And starts laughing.
Right.
Like,
Like,
I can grow those. And then he, like, knocks the knife out of his hand. He catches it. And then this nigga, bro, when I say Freddy Krueger gives Jason them hands, I mean them hands. Them hands, bro. Like, nigga, Mission Impossible, Bourne Ultimate, Jason Bourne,
right?
James Bond, hands, fucking jumping up, kneeing him in the chest, elbow to the back, fucking combos.
Damn, you've been training. He has been training.
I've seen other Jasons and I've seen a bunch of other Freddys. In none of the other movies.
Or has any of them Bruce
either
Lee?
One of them show any fighting ability whatsoever. Because why? That's not what they do.
Yeah, there's no point.
They don't need to fight.
But it turns out Freddy could fuck you up on the low. Yeah.
In case you want to get into we're just gonna throw hands. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. I'm a fucking Golden Gloves boxer, apparently.
You didn't know I won 2 Golden Gloves before I got into fucking acting.
Yeah, before I won 2
Golden Globes.
Yeah, before I got into dream murdering, I was a boxer.
God, dude. And so Freddy's talking shit. Welcome to my nightmare, right? And then he starts like using his mind, like the Force, and starts like beating him up that way.
Okay.
And like he's making him fly into shit, and Jason tries to grab him and he can teleport. He teleporting around the room. Mm-hmm. And then he starts, I swear to God, bro, he starts humping. And he's bouncing around the room that way.
Wow. This
is using his mental humps.
Yeah. Damn, this is a powerful dude.
Yeah, Freddy's powerful.
Yeah.
And then you see him bouncing around like a pinball and it sounds like that. And then he finally bounces him into a hard thing. And then Freddy, of course, says, tilt.
Wow. That made me mad.
It should.
That made me mad.
Absolutely should.
Wow.
And then he makes something fall on
just,
Jason.
Just the line, and then also playing pinball and being on tilt. That feeling, all of that, just makes me angry.
Oh yeah, it makes me viscerally angry.
Yeah.
And then he jumps down, even though after he made the thing fall on him, and he looks and he's like, "Damn it, why won't you die?" Right? And then Jason fucking grabs his foot on some fucking the mountain shit, mountain versus the viper. Grabs his foot and makes him fall, and then gets up, and then Jason starts throwing hands.
Right.
More of a Mike Tyson, way more of a heavy punch.
Right.
Than I'd say Freddy's way more of a Sugar Ray.
So this is like Rocky, no defense.
Kind of. There's defense. Okay. It's even weirder that they block some of each other's punches.
Okay.
Now that I'm really thinking about it, that's way weirder. Yeah. So he starts fucking Freddy up, and everything from the color of the boiler room goes from red to green as Jason like knocks a pipe down and water starts leaking everywhere. And he's about to hit Freddy, and then he sees the water in front of Freddy, and he gets scared because he's scared of water.
Right.
And Freddy's like, oh, he realizes, right? And then he fucking like makes all the pipes fall down, and all this water starts falling on him. So in the truck, in real life,
Right.
Jason is now wrapped up in the back of the van, and they're driving. Son, how do they get Jason in this van?
Oh yeah.
They don't let you know. I'm just asking. He's at least 6'10", 300 pounds, unconscious.
And who is it?
Will, Kelly Rowland, Lori, nerd.
Oh, the power of friendship. Oh. That's how they get him in the van. The power of... They believed. Derek, if you believe hard enough,
Nigga.
you can murder anybody.
The power of love.
Yeah.
And they lifted pretty much J.J. Watt.
Yeah, into a van. These skinnies.
He's about the size of J.J. Watt, actually. Actually, he's actually about J.J. Watt.
One of the biggest human beings I've ever seen. Yeah.
Probably tall. Like maybe he probably has like 4 inches on J.J., but the body size.
It's just this massive muscular guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jason ain't got no fat on him. There's no beer gut on that.
No, he's moving at the speed of sound sometimes. He burn a lot of energy like that.
But you know why? He walks mostly.
Yeah. You lose a lot of weight
He's a
walking.
cheetah.
Mm-hmm.
You lose a lot of weight walking.
Mm.
He conserves energy. And when it's time to pounce, he pounces.
Yep, you gotta be in shape to do that.
Yeah, you do. So, they're taking him back to the lake, the original camp lake, because they say, and they don't let us know why, but they say maybe if we take him there, it will all be over because that's where it all started. I get that that's a thing that does happen in movies. Usually they get there better than that.
For it. Yeah, yeah.
Usually they're like, oh, let's go back to where it all started because that's where we're in this. That's a classic movie thing. I totally get it. But usually the guy just doesn't just say it because. So Freddy turns Jason into his kid self because he's scared of all this water, right? And he takes his mask off and he's like, you ugly little shit. Look at you. You're an ugly little fat kid. Which I feel bad for this little actor who did have to play little Jason and just take that. So Freddy uses his claws and he digs into his brain trying to go to his past, right? On the truck, the nerd guy goes, yo, we have 2 tranquilizers left. I don't know how long we're going to keep him out because they keep stabbing him, obviously, because, you have to. He's a supernatural being.
Right.
And they go, we have 1 left, 1 for him and 1 for Lori, because their plan is to knock out Lori and have her bring Freddy back, the entirety of Freddy, back to the real world and have Jason waiting for him, and then they'll fight in the real world. That's their plan.
Okay.
Okay?
This is a lot.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Are you with me?
I'm not sure they're with each other, but
No.
Okay.
No one is with anyone. I need you to be with me, though.
I'm with you.
We're together?
We're together.
Does this make any sense?
No.
But you're with me.
Yes.
My man.
Right.
Okay. I also don't know what's going on.
Right.
But I'm with you.
And I'm with you.
Let's fucking get there.
Let's figure this out, but we won't.
We'll try.
Yeah.
So, they set a timer. Hey, Lori, you have 15 minutes. They pass her out, and they lay her next to Jason.
Of course.
So they both just passed out like they're on bed, like next to each other. Because of course.
Yeah.
So in her dream, she's at the camp, and it's like the camp's like it's during the 50s, right? Like
so it's
young Jason's there,
right.
And you see young Jason, he's getting picked on. Everybody's calling him ugly and making fun of him. The camp counselors aren't paying attention. 2 of them are just talking. There's these other 2 who are literally fucking.
Nice.
Not in a room.
Just
not
fucking outside.
Yeah, not away from everybody. So all right, bro. Here's the kids. Here's the 2 camp counselors talking. Here's the 2 camp counselors fucking. It's all open area.
Love it.
Okay?
Love it.
So these counselors are actually pretty fucking cool.
Right.
If I'm being
They're chill as hell.
all the way out. They're chill as shit. The most chill. So, she's yelling at the camp counselors, go help, they're picking on that kid. And then one of them turns and it's Freddy, and he's the one fucking, And then she's like, no. And then we see Jason, the kids like push him into the water, right? He falls into the water, and all the kids are laugh at him, and they run away. She runs up, and she's like, give me your hand, And, she's like, Jason Voorhees, give me your hand. And then right then, Freddy pops up out of the water, and he grabs the young Jason, and he brings him deeper down, like trying to kill him. In real life, we see the Jason, like he's drowning. Water starts coming out of his mask, like sprinting out, right? They're like, you have to give him mouth to mouth. Somebody's gonna give him mouth to mouth. And they look at Kia, and she's like, I don't want to do it, right? And they're like, you have to do it. So she raises his mask, and just gross ass water pops out. And his face is obviously like, I mean, he's been dead for a million years. You know what I mean? And she's like, oh, and then she goes in. She's like, I don't want to do it, right? She goes in to do it. Finally, she's about to do it, and then right then he wakes up like, and then like they're all screaming, ah! And the guy like swerves really hard, and the car flips, and Jason like comes shooting out the back of the trunk, like out the back. They don't, but he does.
He does. Okay.
Okay.
This is all happening while they're driving.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, no, the car is now flipped over.
Okay.
All right. So, in the dream, Kid Jason disappears, and Freddy's like, no! And then he comes up out of the water for Lori, right? And he's like, gets on it, like he's about to kill it, and then she grabs him. And she's like, brings him close. She's like, wake me up. I got him. Wake me up. And she won't wake up. They're trying to wake her up. She won't wake up. They woke up. She's like, fuck. They pick her up, and they run her into the abandoned camp, you know? In her dream, Lori realizes it was Freddy that killed her mom. Like, he kind of says it, you know? So they're looking out the window, right? They look out, like in real life, they're looking out the window and they see Jason walking towards them. He's awake and he's walking towards them, like the cabin they ran in. Freddy is like on top of Lori and he's like, she's trying to hold him off, but he's still slicing her chest. So in real life, her titties are kind of getting sliced up.
Right.
So right then, Jason busts in and he slices Will and he kind of nicks him. He doesn't get him all the way, but he like nicks him really bad, you know?
Right.
And he knocks Kia into the wall. She goes slams to the wall. And then Freddy goes, like in the dream, Freddy's about to slice her pussy up. Like he's got her like fingers up her dress. And the nerdy guy in real life stabs Jason with the flag a bunch, and Jason grabs him and throws him into the wall hard, and like there's something sharp poking out, and he goes like right through it, like and then like he like goes through it and bounces off.
Okay.
You know? But like it stabs him really good.
He gets fucked up.
Oh, real bad. Finally, she looks at Jason and she wakes up in the real world, and like he's now in the real world with her. And he's about to kill her, and then he kind of realizes where he's at, and he stands up. He turns, he's like, oh shit, because Jason's there, you know? And then them niggas full James Bond. I told you, bro, they don't leave you hanging. James Bond, fucking Avengers, fucking Mission Impossible, just the classic end fights here. Yup. And they going at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, Jason's beating his ass.
Okay.
Jason's getting the better of him now. Jason, you know, he's mad. He's round 3. He's hot.
Yeah. And Jason has home field advantage.
He's at the camp, baby.
Yeah.
They're in real world too. So Kia grabs the nerd friend and like drags him out, and he's hurt real bad. He sits down. He's like, look, I just need to rest for a second. Please, just go get help. She's like, okay, I'll be right back. She runs off. He fucking dies. Right? So you see Freddy Krueger, and he's like looking at Lori. He's like, you think you're a smart bitch?
Yeah, I would feel smart if I was her at this moment. The plan worked.
Yeah, because Jason had threw him out the house pretty much. So now like they're separated for him. So he's looking at Lori. He's like, you think you're a smart bitch? And he's about to kill her. And then Kia yells, hey, Freddy! He looks, and so now it's like him in the middle, Will and Lori here, Kia here. You know what I'm saying? She's like, why don't you come fuck with me, huh? Why don't you come fuck with somebody who can kick your ass, you little bitch? She starts talking shit. And he goes, how sweet. Dark meat.
Nice. Dad jokes. Kind of racist.
Kind
jokes. Little bit racist. Only a tiny bit racist. Dad jokes.
So she starts talking mad shit. Mm-hmm. And Kelly Rowland literally says this, which we need to cancel her.
Yeah.
Guys, it's time to cancel Kelly Rowland because the next words out of her mouth, she says, what kind of faggot runs around in a Christmas sweater all year? Good for you, Kelly. I actually love the line.
Good line.
I genuinely love the line. But cancel her, right?
Right, obviously.
Cancel Destiny's Child, cancel Beyonce, cancel Kelly.
Cancel
this movie.
Cancel everything. Everything's canceled.
Yay, Corona!
Yay!
Corona, the ultimate SJW. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. That was good.
That was good.
Thank you, bro.
That was good.
She's like, you're not even scary. She's also Kelly Rowland's the worst actress of all time.
Yes.
Again, I have to emphasize because this scene is that bad.
Okay.
But like I said, so is everyone in the movie. So she's like, and you know what else? Jason's got a big old knife. You just got your little itty bitty claws.
Damn, still gotta throw that dick joke in there.
What a bitch, huh?
Yeah.
And then he just kind of like does this with his eyes, like look behind you, like that. And she turns, and then Jason with the knife fucking like cuts her in half into a tree. You know what I mean?
So she dies.
She's dead.
Okay.
Lasted a long time though for a black person.
Right.
All the way to the last scene of the movie.
Yeah.
Pretty goddamn
she wasn't
good.
the first to die. Not even close.
Not even close. So Will is like yelling like, Lori, we gotta leave. She's like, no, he ruined our past. She says that. He ruined our past. I don't know who in the midst of a crisis who talks like, he ruined our past. Pass? He ruined our past?
Did you mean past?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she says though. Who ruined our past? And it's like, who talks like that?
Motivational speaker, a coach at halftime.
True.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm not leaving until I see Freddy die. So Freddy is now, I mean, they're still fighting. He's doing wrestling moves on Jason.
Right.
Straight up the people's elbow, bro, from
Okay.
The Rock. Wrestling moves on Jason. And he's dropped, like at one point he drops, like he uses his like powers to like throw a bunch of pipes on him and shit. And they stab through Jason. And then he flings down like this huge metal thing and it's like hitting him. And then as he's trying to like fuck him up, he like tries to like push something off to kill him. And he falls and like his foot gets caught on the metal thing that's dangling. And he goes right into Jason's lap. Like he's like, oh no. And then Jason starts fucking him up again.
Right.
And they start fighting. And then something else, the thing that got stuck finally like falls and it hits them both and knocks them both on the pier. So now they're on the pier. And Freddy's all fucked up. Jason's kind of fucked up. And he walks up on him and Jason starts slicing him with his knife. You know?
Ooh, how's Freddy gonna get out of this?
And he goes to kill Freddy. And as he goes to kill him, Freddy cuts the knife out his hand. You know? And then as like when he does that, Freddy starts fucking him up like he catches the knife, starts fucking Jason up with his own knife, right? And then he takes his claws out, like the claw fingers, and he stabs Jason in the eyes. Stabs him all the way deep in the eyes, right? Cut to Lori in slow motion is running at them both with 2 sticks in her hand. They're both on fire. And she's like, ah! And she's running in slow motion. And the Will dude is spraying gasoline on the pier, and there's these huge gas tanks right next to the pier. And so she's running like, ah! And Jason, as it's happening, reaches through Freddy's like chest. He pretty much grabs his heart through his chest as Freddy stabs him in the heart at the same time. So it's the same time in slow motion, okay? Crazy fight, dog.
Yeah, great. It sounds like a great fight to watch.
Oh, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's epic for sure.
Yeah.
They, stab him through the heart. Lori and, they throw the fire on the gasoline. It goes fucking setting ablaze. They jump in the water, Lori and Will, and it all explodes. And it sends Freddy and Jason flying into the water. You see 2 bodies on fire, and they land in the water, right? So Lori and Will come crawling out, and they hug. It's over. And they look up, and they see footsteps. And you see Jason's knife. And they start walking. It's closer, it's closer, it's closer. The camera pans up. It's Freddy, right? And right as he's about to stab them, Jason comes up out the water, jumps up like a dolphin or some shit.
Yeah.
And with Freddy's claw hands, stabs through Freddy's heart, from the back, right? And then falls back into the water. Freddy drops the knife, falls down. Lori stands up, grabs Jason's knife, and says, "Welcome to my world, bitch!" Oh shit, he's broken. Got it, he's broken. There we go. You back? You back?
I'm back.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We lost him for a second. He's back. He's with us. He might have been brain dead. How great this movie is.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
She cuts his head off. It falls in the water. All right. It's done. She stands up. She looks at Jason's face in the water. He sinks. She drops the knife in. It falls with him, right?
Don't give him his knife back.
She owes him one.
Fair. That's true. That is true. She does owe him one big time.
Big time.
Big time.
Her and Will walk off into the sunset. Fade to black. Later, the next day at that same camp, we see fog all over the water. We see Jason in slow motion walking out of the water. Dun, dun 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 dun. Holding Freddy's head. Dun 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 dun. Camera zooms in on Freddy. Dun dun dun. He winks. Freddy vs. Jason.
What the fuck is that ending?
Amazing. What do you mean?
Oh man.
I'd say the ending, Hassan, was just as good as the beginning and the middle.
That's, you know what? It's on the same level. Also, what a non-factor her dad becomes in the plot point towards the end.
Not even in it.
Yeah, what's the even point of telling us all of that?
Not even in it.
Yeah, this is literally.
They were trying to set up a sequel for sure.
Yeah, they absolutely were, right? There's no way they weren't. And then they were like, well,
What would we even write?
there's no way a sequel's going to make more money than this. Because there's no way a sequel is going to be, because it's like you can only make more of this now.
Yeah.
And it's not going to make that much
And,
money.
we can't do this forever, but what we can do is reboot the franchise.
Yeah,
Just reboot it.
yeah.
Start making them over again.
And see what we can do from there.
And they made just as much money as they did the first time.
Yep. Because we're stupid and we will consume.
How do you feel about the movie, buddy?
The movie, I expect to have as much fun, or like I expect to have fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If you go into it with a good if you're going into it like, let me see a good horror film,
No.
then it's like, well, you deserve what you got.
It also helps that this isn't the type of horror film that I would like, so it's easy for me to separate.
Oh, yeah. This horror film. Well, first off, this is a terrible film. Let's start there. Secondly, it's a bad horror film. But let's start with it's just a absolutely horrendous film overall.
This is one of those like low critic rating, high audience rating.
What do you think?
Probably, huh?
Bro, I just told it to you.
Yeah. I wonder.
Well, I told you 91%. 91 is. I mean, that's like The Departed or something. That's just like anything else. The problem is where you get the critical review.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, okay, it's 91%
From the people.
For the people, and
Also,
specifically because it's a bad movie.
I do get it though, because if you're a person and you watch this and you're like downgrade, then it's like, well, what's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
What are you expecting from
Freddy
Freddy
versus
versus
Jason.
Hey, the moment it was versus, you knew what it was.
Yeah, versus this title.
Bro, it's not called Captain America versus Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because that would make it a stupid fucking movie.
Yeah.
Even with everything they set up, they set up everything the exact same, but instead of calling it Civil War, they call it Captain America versus Iron Man.
Oh, it sells way less. Who's gonna watch that?
Sounds dumb. It's like, what? Why would they be mad at each other like that?
Yeah.
Civil War is an argument between a company, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an argument amongst. It changes. It's not like I know what I'm gonna see. I know now that I'm gonna see Freddy fight Jason at some point, and they gave it to me twice, and both times were fucking incredible.
Awesome. Each of them has one on each home turf.
Yep.
One in Dream World, one in Land. They gave you one at the camp. They gave you what you wanted.
And they gave you the business on both. Wow, they did. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Good point. On both fight scenes, they do give you what you want. They give both on home turf.
Yeah.
They give you both showing you what either one could do in a fight, which is, I don't know why we need to know that.
Yeah, right.
There's at no point is Freddy ever gonna have to fight Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was Freddy versus Floyd Mayweather, I was like, oh, I get why Freddy versus Jason happened.
Yeah, in the sense when they're punching them, it's like, why don't you just punch with your knife or like try to claw them? Like, what?
Both of you.
Yeah.
Both of you. Use the knives.
Use your weapons. You've been using them all franchises.
Oh, franchise.
Yeah. You know?
Have you seen Halloween?
No, I've seen none of those types of movies.
The original. Those are like, that's funny because you've never seen out of the original horrors. I would say those are the three.
Yeah.
Right. I would say those those are the three big boys. I would say when it comes to horror villains.
The slasher type for sure.
Yeah, I'd say those are the three of the three most. I mean, I can't think of anyone more famous than
No,
those
no,
three,
no.
other than Chucky. I guess would be number 4.
He's not as famous as those.
That's what I'm saying. Those three are the most. I mean, how many people dress up like those three for Halloween every
all
year?
the time still.
Every Halloween, and it'll always be the most. But I would say those are the three most famous horror movie villains.
Right.
I can't think of anybody bigger. I'm trying to, or another big franchise that I'm leaving out here.
Horror franchises? Not a lot of horror franchises.
There are now, but they changed because now it's
all like
paranormal
activities.
But that's a horror movie.
Yeah.
That's a horror movie just as much
But
as Freddy Krueger is.
There's no straight villain.
No, the villain is the paranormalness of it. Yeah.
Those are the horror movies I like.
Yeah.
I like paranormal.
Those are but to me that is now the new horror movie.
Yeah, that's like sort of the route it's all going.
Well, because those are original. Not the new ones now, but I'm saying when
Paranormal
that
Activity came out.
yes, when
Yeah.
those kind of horror movies started coming out, Hereditary or whatever, like all these kind of movies you hear about, The Conjuring and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was a new version of like, all right, we're getting away from the slasher, we're gonna go this way.
Right.
Like, do you remember movies like The Fog and The Mist? Like, because I remember
The
that
Mist.
transition was
I remember
happening.
The Mist.
Yeah, I remember that transition of like, oh, we're getting away from the slasher and more into
Like Supernatural.
Supernatural. The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these kind of weird movies, they really got away from that. But you can't build a franchise off that kind of. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can give one or two.
There's Paranormal Activity and then
No,
the
I'm
Conjuring
sorry.
universe, but
Yeah,
it's like it's not as big as like.
No, I said that wrong. Excuse me. You can 100% build a franchise. What I'm saying is there's not a person who is going to lead this. I can't dress up every year like Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, they all lack an iconic character.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's interesting but that is the new version of horror movies, I'd say. You know, but to me, because I don't like those. I've never seen any of those, but I don't like those movies. I don't like the original Halloween. I mean, not that I don't like them like they're bad. I don't like them like they're scary. Like fuck that. Why would I watch this?
Funny.
Yeah, the only horror movies I like are Us, Get Out, Parasite, those kind of movies. Those are horror movies. Because I know people are saying, "Oh, those are horror movies." Those are horror movies.
Those are horror movies.
What are they? Was that a drama? Get the fuck out of here. How are those dramas? A drama is all because then you're saying, "Oh, that's the same as A Bronx Tale." I don't think Parasite and A Bronx Tale are the same fucking movie.
Well, they both have races I don't like.
Come back next week.
Like I said,
nope, we're done.
You
We're
teared
done.
up and I
nope,
hate it.
come back. Nope, we're done. Come back next week. Don't. I'm sorry.